What a group.
Well,
What a group.
oh, from yes. So I'm going to start you off. We're just going to keep trying to draw you back and capture your attention with some music and convince you to help us raise money and awareness for Paladin. But first, let's have some music. If it would save your life, I'd write and post my lost invite. I'd welcome and lonely, take it by the hand, I'd let it get to know me. I'd settle my fears, trade all these tears, no terms and exceptions. I'd sell them for years to add to your collection. But you have a heart for somebody else. You have a heart that won't stop for yourself. Do you look down when you place your step? I'm scared you're walking too close to the edge. Would you slow down to catch your breath? Do it for me, not for yourself. Do you look down when you place your step? I'm scared you're walking too close to the edge. Would you slow down to catch your breath? Do it for me, if not for yourself. If it would save your life, I'd paint this house in yellow lines. Stand behind them, let each day pass by. I close the door and lock it twice. I learn these walls get lost inside. I give up the light and soak in the night. But you have a heart for somebody else. You have a heart that won't stop for yourself. Do you look down when you place your step? I'm scared you're walking too close to the edge. Would you slow down to catch your breath? Do it for me, if not for yourself. Do you look down when you place your step? I'm scared you're walking too close to the edge. Would you slow down to catch your breath? Do it for me, if not for yourself. It's hurting me watching you. Would you stop and review? Overtime, overdrive, running off and no fuel. Would you stand at the front of the queue? Would you put yourself first if it wasn't for you? Do you look down when you place your step? I'm scared you're walking too close to the edge. Would you slow down to catch your breath? Do it for me, if not for yourself. Do you look down when you place your step? I'm scared you're walking too close to the edge. Would you slow down to catch your breath? Do it for me, if not for yourself.
Nice job getting us started. Well done.
Yeah. How is everyone doing at home? If you guys comment in, we can get your comments up throughout the show. So we've got 5 minutes until we have an advocate from Paladin actually coming on to speak to us and tell us a bit more about the charity, which I'm very excited about. We've had a few meetings over the last couple of weeks and have learned a lot. I don't know about you, John.
It's amazing. I mean, first of all, it's scary. It's like really scary. But it's amazing work that the group does to help people and make people feel comfortable and aware of what's going on. And it just seems like people don't really understand how dangerous the situations there they get into. Paladin really helps.
And how, well, I think as well, because we say like the term stalking all the time, we throw it around and kind of trivialize it in terms of like Facebook stalking and everything like that. So I sometimes think that the severity of it is lost. But yes, okay. I've got one more song and then we'll get Louise on.
Great.
And this song is called I Kissed You Politely. And it's actually kind of in theme, it's on topic. It was written about the Me Too movement. So it's all to do with strong women and coercive relationships, and kind of finding that strength where you can to say no if you want to say no. I used to care how your tongue runs free with my name on the backseat. Stripped of my privacy, you've ripped off the sheets I sleep beneath, and I vandalize the memories that shudder in my mind on rewind. Conscious of what you see, got to stand line with the eyes judging me. You've been running round your mouth, talking loud if I amount to your love. Throw away your pennies, your 2 cents on all of my history, but you don't let me off the leash, still trying to play for keeps. Do you crave the control of me? You sabotage my ego if I try to leave you. Say you'll find another girl to renew all of your fantasies, while I'm trapped behind the bars of your strategies. You've been running round your mouth, talking loud if I amount to your love. And I kissed you politely, I kissed you politely. I wish I knew then what I know now when I kissed you politely. I kissed you politely, I kissed you politely. I wish I knew then what I know now when I kissed you politely. I wish I knew what I know now, wish I knew how I could have chosen myself, forgotten everyone else. Cause you've been running round your mouth, talking loud if I amount to your love. And I kissed you politely, I kissed you politely. I wish I knew then what I know now when I kissed you politely. I kissed you politely, I kissed you politely. I wish I knew then what I know now when I kissed you politely. Save a fragile ego, fake it for the ladies. Never told her how to say no, to put herself before Romeo. You'll find a way to discredit her, claim and ingrain that she's part of the blame. Catch-22 is still under review, chained to a label you don't get to choose. And I kissed you politely, I kissed you politely. I wish I knew then what I know now when I kissed you politely. I kissed you politely, I kissed you politely. I wish I knew then what I know now when I kissed you politely.
Right. Well, it's very, very topical for this evening about asking permission.
Yeah, yes, it is. And about kind of knowing when you're being manipulated in a relationship, and or relationships that are manipulative. Yes, I feel like we've rushed through this part. We've started a bit late, but it's because we've got so much to pack into you guys at home.
The next 3 hours, 4 hours. How many hours we're going to be? We'll be here for a few hours.
We're here till 7, so keep we've got to try and not go overtime, because last time I was with you, we went overtime. So
it's like that.
We're
It's
here
like that
to-
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned and remember, donate if you can. So do we have Louise ready?
I'm looking for Louise. Maybe she needs to refresh her computer and come back in. She was on before, but she may have dropped off.
Okay, cool. Well, I've got a piece here that I can read out, and this is actually from a male victim of stalking. So while we wait, I'll give this, I'll read this out. So our advocate from Paladin has sent this in, and this is a statement from one of the victims. The impact stalking has had on me is mentally and physically draining. It was so close to ruining my life. Thankfully, I spoke out about it, and you can too. Don't think because you are a young male that it won't be taken seriously. Remember that you have your family who will stand by you, and services such as Paladin National Stalking Advocacy. I could not understand why things were not being acted on quickly by the police. The first time I reported this was the 20th of March 2019. So why have I still not got my justice? Is it because I'm a young male? Is it because I'm a young black male? Is it because I look physically capable of handling myself? Time and time again, I attended the police station to express my fear of this continuous and insensitive stalking. I felt hopeless many times and felt I had nowhere or anyone to turn to until I was contacted by Paladin National Stalking Advocacy Service. Not only was I stalked, my innocent family members were also stalked and harassed. I went from being a loving, happy and social individual to a paranoid loner. There you go. Yes, so this kind of speaks about how Paladin were able to amplify his voice within the police system. I think where the police have so many areas that they cover, Paladin offers like a specialist support service on the side of it, where they can really help to get your case taken seriously.
Yeah, no, it sounds really amazing.
Have we got?
I don't see Louise, but maybe what we can do is play the. We can either play the video now, or we can bring Katie on, and we'll go find out what happened to Louise if she's needs a little bit of technical help.
Okay, let's do, Alice Ruggles video.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, so do you want to maybe give a little intro on this video, or should we just play it?
Yes, so this is a video. It's another case around stalking. I think the video speaks for itself.
Yeah.
We should probably say trigger warning, because it is quite an intense story.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Alice was one of these people who always had a smile on her face.
She knew the things that were going to make people feel happy.
She always understood what you were thinking, what you were doing. She always knew the right thing to say.
He took her to places.
He bought her presents.
He was trying very hard.
He was a real gentleman.
It didn't seem malicious at the time.
As the relationship moved on, strange things started happening. She started to lose friends.
He used all sorts of things to persuade her she didn't have enough money, she shouldn't go out.
She started to lose weight. She started to lose self-confidence.
She'd had to talk to him constantly. She couldn't wear what she wanted to wear. She could only wear what he thought was appropriate for her to wear.
He was starting to control her. And all the time, what he was doing was gradually making her more and more dependent on him. That was when his controlling behaviour turned to stalking.
She was worried someone had got into her phone and put some spyware on her Android phone, so I talked her through how she could get it all factory reset. And then things started escalating, which was when Trimon turned up at the house.
There was this knock on her window. When she pulled back the curtains, he was outside and he'd just left a box of chocolates and some flowers on the windowsill, backing off with his hands like this.
Hi there, I just need a bit of advice really, more than anything. I split up with my boyfriend about 3 months ago. Since then, I know that he's hacked into my Facebook and also my phone. He's been sending me a lot of messages even though I've asked him not to contact me. And then tonight, he knocked on my bedroom window at the back of my ground floor flat. He's been outside and he's like left some flowers and chocolates on the outside windowsill, and he walked off. He's not done anything, but I'm concerned, and my friends have been telling me to call the police. I've been putting it off, but I just feel a bit shaken up tonight.
On the night, he then sent her a couple of voicemail messages. One of those said in it,
I'm not going to kill you. Why would you think I'll kill you?
I wouldn't kill you.
Although he was talking about it in the negative context, I'm not going to kill you. There's definitely a veiled threat.
When he mentions not killing you about 10 times in this voicemail, which is really weird.
Somebody's been issued with a pen so that they can't contact me. However, I've had a letter off them.
So you're reporting the breach of the pen. What was the nature of it? Was it threatening or was it harassing?
No, not threatening. It's just saying that he knows I called the police on him and he's had everything confiscated. It says at the bottom he won't contact me. This will be the last I hear from him. But he's said that a lot of times and he never does seem to stop.
After that second phone call, she was so depressed because she thought that the stalking was just going to go on forever.
Alice jokingly said, oh, well, what if he broke into my house and killed me? And I was like, no, that'll never happen. As me thinking this is ridiculous.
He came back on the 12th, and just a bit afterwards he was waiting in his car and she came back from work.
And then Trimon had come and broken into the house.
Climbed in through a window and he cut her throat in the bathroom.
Alice was lying on the floor in the bathroom, covered in blood.
When she rang me up, I said, well, I'm sure the police knows what's happening and you've just got to ignore him. If you keep ignoring him, he'll leave you alone. And of course, that was really bad advice because he was never going to leave her alone.
I really struggle remembering because obviously I know what I did wrong and I know what I should have said and I know what I should have done and I know that I failed Alice. So, yeah, that's pretty horrible.
If these sorts of things are happening to you, that is stalking. It's a crime. The police have to take it seriously.
The law needs to change so that she does have the protection that she deserved.
I mean, Alice did what she was supposed to do. She did contact the police. She'd reported everything. In Alice's case, Trimon had past history, a restraining order against him because he'd been stalking another girl. Now, if Alice had known that at the beginning of the relationship, it would have changed whether she'd gone into a relationship with him, and it would definitely have changed how she behaved at the end of it. This is still happening, and we've not learnt from these mistakes.
It's not just that it's psychologically damaging and horrendous, it's very, very dangerous.
Hello. I think you're on mute, John. This is going really well.
It's okay.
We've put so
it's live.
much
It's live.
I hope you're all enjoying the technical difficulties that we're having.
Yeah, well, here we go. I see Louise. She's back. Here we go. Excellent.
Awesome.
Okay. Hey, Louise.
Hi. Are you okay?
All
Sorry
good.
about all the technical difficulties.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. We got you. Now, can you turn your phone sideways?
Awesome.
Okay.
So, how are you doing? We just wanted to ask you a few quick questions while we've got you. Just to, we've got to stick quite tightly to time, but if you could just give us a very quick overview of what Paladin is and what stalking, and then we've got back on throughout the event. So
Fingers
don't worry. Yeah.
So yeah, hey Kitty, hey John. So I'm Louise from Paladin. I'm one of the stalking advocates at Paladin, and I run the young people's side of things as well there. And this is absolutely amazing what you're doing for us today. Just to give everyone a really quick overview, Paladin is the National Stalking Advocacy Service. What that means is we support high-risk victims of stalking in England and Wales. So when we mean high risk, we mean people at risk of serious harm because of the stalking that they're experiencing. And the stalker can be an ex-partner, a colleague, a friend. Sometimes it is a stranger, but the majority of times it is somebody that somebody knows. So a lot of the stuff we do is a lot of safety planning, safety advice, and getting victims' voices out there. So getting the police to make sure they're joining the dots, being a bit of a critical friend within the criminal justice system. So yeah, that's what we do really, and it's amazing today that we're trying to raise the profile because so many people don't understand the seriousness of stalking. And I know you've just played the Alice Ruggles film, which just really kind of gets out there that actually it's so important that we recognise the risk, that we don't just, when someone says they're being stalked, we don't just go, oh right, okay, because actually everyone will know someone. It's not a crime that affects one group of people, it can affect anybody. So yeah, it's just about making, yeah.
And I've been reading through some because I can only read brief extracts of these kind of stories and poems that you've given us. But the effects of stalking, I think, when you hear like the word stalking, you really don't understand like the severity of what it is. Maybe we associate it with online stalk, like Facebook stalking, which is like seems quite casual these days, but it's so much more than that. And the lasting effects, even if it doesn't end in violence, it seems to, you're constantly looking older, aren't you? Constantly like scared to leave the house, scared to, you become like this introvert and go from being a really sociable person to deleting all of your social media, or it's little things like that. And I read one of these and it extracts, and it was how she then had to start taking Ubers everywhere. So you don't think about the expense on top of that, and then the expense of going to doctors and, you know, trying all these things that to help you.
Yeah, it's so isolating. And I think what people don't realise is stalking is different to harassment as well. So harassment's kind of nuisance and it can be really horrible. But in terms of stalking, someone's got a real obsession and fixation. So for victims, when you're experiencing that, you actually never know when that's going to end. So even if there's quiet periods, or sometimes it can be years after, the impact is still there, the trauma still sits there. And like you said, you just have to change. It's stalking's life changing is probably the best way to put it. And then what happens is, to a lot of friends and families and other outside people, they think, well, it's not happened for years. They don't realise the impact, the things you've already changed and adjusted right throughout your life that you still do in a really measured way, even without letting people know that you're doing that. So it's the impact is absolutely massive. And I think a lot of the things the victims I support say to me, and the survivors, because I do like to call them survivors, they're surviving on a daily basis, is that nobody really understands in their social circles, and they get quite judged for not going places or doing things. And we would never want people to come on social media because that's quite isolating, but obviously people get to a point where they feel they haven't got any options. So yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much. We're going to keep speaking to you throughout. I've got loads more things to ask you. But have we got Katie?
We have Katie. She is ready for action.
Okay. We're going to do a smooth transition.
Watch this. It's going to be very smooth. Look at that. Look how smooth that was.
Hello.
Hey, Katie.
How are you? Oh,
Good.
good.
This
How
is
are you?
hopefully it's going to start running smoothly from here. How are you doing? How has lockdown been?
I hope so. It's been good, actually. I've been isolating at home with my boyfriend and my family, and we got a puppy yesterday, which was really, really exciting.
Very cute puppy. I saw the puppy.
That's sort of that's sort of taken over my life. But yeah, I've sort of been sat in the background for the last 10-15 minutes. It's been so sort of interesting, but also like just touching. That story. The video that we played was just shocking, and I think it's something that so many of us have never experienced. So it's a real eye opener. So I'm very happy to be part of it and trying to help you raise awareness. So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for coming on. And the puppy is such a good plug, by the way. Loads of people are going to be with your page now.
Oh yeah.
You, very quickly before we get you to sing, which I'm so excited for, you have just released a cover, and I have to mention this because it's on theme. You've released a cover of the Sting song. Oh gosh, what's the title?
Yeah. Actually, I can play that. I can play that. Should we play that?
Well,
yeah,
I didn't know whether it was like super appropriate or super inappropriate because of the cause. I was like, is that the wrong thing to do, or is it like, oh my god, this is perfect timing?
Who knows? Who knows? Let's play it. Let's see what everyone thinks.
I'll be watching you. Can't you? Every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches.
Hey John, can you hear me now?
With every step you.
Amazing. It's so beautiful. I listened to it like 5 times when you first put it out. It's so good.
But it is a creepy song. It is a creepy song.
It is a creepy song, but I've kind of taken my own meaning of it. So I know my family, along with so many others, are sort of separated via COVID. My dad lives out in China, so we haven't seen him obviously through the whole pandemic, and probably won't till next June. So we've kind of changed it so it's not the stalker vibe. It's more I'll be watching you via FaceTime. We're sort of having to learn to live through that, and he's obviously missed so many birthdays and driving tests and all these different things that happen as your kids grow up. And so yeah, it's more for my dad, and I think hopefully a lot of people will understand what that's like. Obviously we're all having to have these sort of gigs rather than all being in person somewhere, which would be amazing. So yeah, that's the whole angle on
how hard that is. It's incredible, and it's really nice, that interpretation of it, that it's your way of kind of still all being connected despite being so far away. But I'm going to take the floor and let you sing and talk about the song that you're going to sing.
Cool. So am I doing 1 or 2 before we start?
You can do 2. So we were going to do 1, then a bit of chat, but I'm not sure. What are we like for time, John?
Yeah, we need to keep moving, so maybe we just do 2 back to back might work.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Cool. So I thought I would try out a new song, something I haven't really played live before. I wrote it with a good friend of mine called Josie Proto, who's another amazing sort of singer-songwriter, up and coming. And the song is sort of a vision of being in a nightclub bathroom. You know what it's like, Kitty, I'm sure, for us girls, there's always a girl who's crying over some boy who's, you know, mugged her off, and you know, there's all these strangers going, look at you, you're stunning, girl, you got this, go out there and show him like what he's missing, all this kind of stuff. And so yeah, it's kind of like an agony aunt song. So yeah, I hope you like it. It's called Kiss's Best Mate.
Kiss his best mate, who really hates it. It's kind of petty, but he deserves it. There'll be nothing he can say or do, 'cause he decided not to be with you. Keep in touch with his mother, a happy birthday text will do. Wear his second favourite colour, just remind him of you. Be all the names he called you, with all the rumours true. Make it damn impossible to get over you. We're walking out this bathroom stool, you got this. Just don't look down, you're allowed to be selfish. Don't waste a good night on a bad man. One day you'll look back and you'll understand. You'll meet somebody that promise that you will. Time will be your healer. And girl, we've got time to kill. Every day you'll think about it less, and that's progress. Be all the names he called you, prove all the rumors true. Make it damn impossible to get over you. We're walking out this bathroom stool, you got this. Just don't look down, you're allowed to be selfish. Don't waste a good night on a bad man. One day you'll look back and you'll understand. This is not a teen movie. Don't dye your hair and start smoking. You don't need to change, just look in the mirror and say, I'm walking out this bathroom stool, I got this. I won't look down, I'm not allowed to be selfish. Won't waste a good night on a bad man. I'm looking back and now I understand.
Can you hear us still in the background clapping you?
No,
that was amazing.
Anything.
Yeah, sorry, we're clapping now. Here we go.
Very good. I also love that title. It's super relatable, and I miss Saturday nights.
It's nostalgic,
yeah,
isn't it? You can envision it.
Long time coming. Yeah. So, do you have another song for us?
I do. So I thought I'd play a song that I have actually released in case people do like it and do want to go listen to it. I also, as you can probably tell, I'm not too great at the old guitar, so I can't actually play that many things. So I'm going to play a song called Mychelle.
Yeah, you sound pretty good.
Thanks. A song called T-shirt, which I actually wrote, it's coming up to probably 2-3 years ago now. And I went through quite a rough breakup, and I remember I found the guy's T-shirt, and I think there was something, there's something sentimental about sleeping in someone else's clothes. I don't know if that's just me. Especially once you've broken up, that's sort of all you've got left to hold on to. And then I remember getting a text asking if I had the T-shirt, and I was like, no, I do not have the T-shirt. I have not been sleeping in it every night. And so I wrote a song called T-shirt.
Love that. I've heard it. I'm a big fan. Got it on my playlist. So okay,
Here we go.
I'm still wearing your t-shirt when I go to sleep. I'm still wearing your smile. And I'm still hoping you'll come home again soon. But I've been hoping for quite a while. Maybe you think of me when you have a cup of tea or brush your teeth. And maybe you moved on. Maybe you still miss my early morning smile. But maybe I'm just not the one. But I'm sleeping in your t-shirt till the sun comes up, hoping that the morning brings you home. Sleep in your t-shirt like you're here in my arms, like it's the only t-shirt I own. I wake up every morning thinking of all of them, and then you'll be just a silly girl with a dream. The stars, the moon, they make me think of you, but then they're pretty far away too. And maybe you think of me when you have a cup of tea or brush your teeth. And maybe you moved on, or maybe you still miss my early morning smile. But maybe I'm just not the one. I'm sleeping in your t-shirt till the sun comes up, hoping that the morning brings you home. Sleeping in your t-shirt like you're here in my arms, like it's the only t-shirt I own. Maybe you're thinking about our trips to the coast, or the times that I loved you when you needed it most. And maybe you wish that we had more time, but maybe you wish that you had taken one of my t-shirt so that she can sleep till the sun comes up. My t-shirt so that she can feel alone. My t-shirt so that she can believe you're here in my arms, like it's the only t-shirt you own. That place that you used to call home.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. And you've actually just released another song, haven't you? Called, I hope I've got this right, The Problem.
Yes. So The Problem came out sort of beginning of November. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty exciting. Got loads of new stuff coming out. The song I wrote a few days ago, which we really, really like, my team, we're now going to put that out in January, which is really exciting. So yeah, I guess like most of us sort of unemployed musicians at the moment, we're sort of just writing, recording, doing what we can from home and waiting for the live industry to come back.
Yep. Trying to survive. And are you retiring now until Christmas? What have you got lined up for the rest of December?
I do have a few gigs booked in. Who knows if they'll happen? I really doubt they will, if I'm honest. So I'm meant to be supporting for girls. I actually don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but just did. So, so that should be really fun if that goes ahead. And I think I'm going to be out busking. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the only way we can make money. So that should be good fun, singing a few Christmas carols, if anyone is out and about in the cold. So yeah, not a whole lot planned.
Yeah, I feel like now is quite nice to kind of, it's weird because Christmas for musicians is normally like the busiest time, but
festive
this
period.
time, it's a weird kind of, well, I suppose the whole year has been, but quickly, and then we'll get another smooth transition, but whereabouts roughly whereabouts can we find you stalking? Stalking.
Hopefully nowhere.
Whereabouts can we find you busking?
Oh, busking. Well, obviously, I'm a Kent girl like yourself, so I'm probably going to try out Maidstone, Tunbridge Wells, Canterbury, maybe. I don't know. I think I don't know if I'm going to London, but yeah, probably some of the local towns. So yeah.
Awesome. So guys, if you want to hear more of Katie, which I'm sure that you do, because I do, socials, she's got loads on Spotify that you can add to your playlist. That always helps artists massively. Share the music and go and find her in the Kent area. Busking, don't what you can. Thank you so much for coming on. It's a pleasure as always. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Bless you. Well, thank you so much for having me, and I hope to see you soon.
Cheers. Thanks, Katie. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Bye.
Okay, we have Simone now. We had her.
Yes.
We just. There she is.
Hopefully,
Hey, Simone.
we're here. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming on. How have you been? I've been watching all of your live streams, and they're amazing as always. You've just released one of my favourite songs of the year called August, which I think I can sing along to now. I think if you tested me on the lyrics, I would know them all.
Should we do it?
Let's do it. Let's test this.
Tell us, that was a really bad introduction. Basically, this is one of the most talented and incredible musicians. Honestly, I'm not actually over egging that, but that's how I feel. I'm an incredible songwriter. So, but you can probably do a better introduction. So I'm going to hand over to you.
I don't know if I can do a better introduction than that. If I started saying myself, I hope that would be.
I have a clip we can play. Let's play a little intro clip. You can see one of your songs here.
Oh, okay.
Won't you let me feed you, darling? You're skin and bone. Won't you let me feed you, darling? You're skin and bone. Won't you let me? Won't you let me? Won't you let me go?
It's a beautiful song. It's a shame you can only throw a little clip in it because I think it's just really great to listen to the whole track.
It's a build, isn't it?
Say that again, sorry. I've lost you.
The song, it builds up.
Yeah, build. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Love it. I think your songwriting is honestly phenomenal. Genuinely, I don't know. I probably shouldn't be saying these things because I know that it's quite hard to respond to that. But that song is called "Eat," and you also released that this year as well. Is that one of the ones?
March, I think.
March.
The end of February.
So there's a real delay, isn't there, on my thing? And what are you singing for us today?
Do my latest single and my first single. Nice little.
I'm so excited for this.
Round, which I think you can sing both of them.
Okay, is this August then?
Yes.
Oh, So excited. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah,
I know.
I wrote all this
I know.
a while ago.
I can do it.
You know the story.
Yeah, I can tell
I
it.
wrote August a little bit before I ever to like recording it and doing a studio recording of it. But it's about this guy who moved to Mexico. Yeah, friends on Facebook are thing, so I'm just like
Conscious.
online.
Awesome. Okay. Well, so excited for this. Take it away.
He prides himself on sharp, spoken riddles, competitive fun, charming in it. We rolled into one, speaking in riddles, it gets nothing done. I climbed to his bed and his arms in his head. He claims I stole his heart, and he knows what he is, and he knows what he is. He'll say anything to leave scratching. But oh, you're a clever. He said I'm not clever as you thought. You should be a little fool when it comes to love. But I'll let it pass, 'cause August is over. August is over. Mister, if be so bold to look into your eye, forget one told. Maybe you love, and maybe you don't. I don't believe that rock and roll from. He thinks of them, then I've been one, but I thought I knew the narcissist was. I cried at his doorstep, or this was. He played his game while he's there for a hard ass. Oh, you're a clever man. He said I'm not as clever as he thought I am, and you should know we're all fools when it comes to love and desire. But I pass, 'cause August is over. August is over. Oh, he wants to be with me, but he doesn't. And I won't believe till I hear him speak. And that's the reason why you'll never tell. Keep me on and act like I you. Well, I know of all, 'cause that's the same thing we both know. You'd rather be cold. I said, oh, you're a clever man. You should know when it comes to love. Let it pass, 'cause it's over. August is over.
You sound amazing, as predicted. So, what have you been up to during lockdown?
I've been knitting.
Have you?
I just
That's amazing.
knitting. Yeah, I haven't ages, and I just I've been making hats, and I'm making a scarf, and I've just bought a bundle to make a jumper for the first time, which I'm about because jumpers are a little bit different. But yeah,
That's
doing nothing musical. I have like 2 weeks.
Have you enjoyed like the slower pace of lockdown, like time to learn how to knit?
I actually have a lot of it. I feel like I'm constantly doing stuff. So in normal times, I'd be out busking and then go straight from busking and then from one gig to another, and then and there's always something to do. And then I've like been practicing guitar as well, more than it. I felt like taking the time to actually kind of what I'm doing, like technique wise, and with my voice as well, and just spend learning things rather than just going and playing. Kind of.
I think it's really cool. I saw one of your tweets the other day about I think it was about a guitar lesson, and I think it's so cool to see like such a talented musician still like practicing your skill and your craft. I think it's so cool. I also saw the replies to the tweet being like, you definitely don't need lessons, stop wasting your money.
I just want to like, I'm making a new record and I want to play lead because I'm confident chords and stuff, and I like rip a solo, and I've always been really scared to do it, and I think it's a thing as well. Like I think if I was always kind of these outside influencing you that you can't, like you shouldn't. I remember having a guitar teacher when I was about 12 years old, clearly just didn't think girls should be able to play the guitar.
Yeah.
It's kind of
bad teacher.
So it just kind of like really made me feel, rather than being like, I'm going to do it. So now I think I'm like making up for lost time. And I'm like, I'm going to shred all over my own tune.
Yeah, I love that. That's the trouble, isn't it? So much of this, like we're both quite extreme feminists, and it is so. I hope you don't mind me saying that. I mean it in the best way. It's so sad how I think now I've started learning more about myself and feminism. That you think back to this like conditioning that we've had, where I think we've had our confidence. Not now. It's like trying to rebuild that confidence and push through that. But I think it's harder as once you've kind of got that ingrained, and as an adult to suddenly retrain yourself to become this really confident person and push your boundaries. But I massively respect that.
Yeah, you got to do some unlearning. It's like kind of like when you get rid of an old habit.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I love having you on. Do you want to play us your next song and tell us a bit more about it and everything in between?
Yeah, the first song that I ever released as an independent musician. So this was in January 2019. I released this after I left a rap, and that kind of similar thing. I felt like they kind of like vibes from them, that they felt like they could shape me and like their shape, because I was a small girl who couldn't really stand up and be like described as a diva or anything. So I kind of just went a little bit along with it, too much, and I was like, I'm leaving, and I rebranded as like my full name, and always thought on, and that was one thing that really bugged me. I wrote this song, my full name, as like my first kind of single as host.
I love this. And you've got a really incredible line about that, which we can talk about after you sing it. But yes, take it away.
Cool, thank you.
Wanna live like the wild women. If it's really something, it's kind of how you can domesticate. Swallow when you hold my name mouth. Do I make you wanna spit it out? Where did they send you up from? Stuck crazy, but too emotional to now. Beautiful answer to me. You seem so young and so sweet. Really, I'm mad at you. Yeah. Try to you to see your ego that you breathe. I'm a naive, yeah. Wanna live like wild women. Wanna live a life that's your sin. See, I'm not the kind of girl you dictate. Is it difficult when you hold my name in your mouth? Do you wanna spit it out? Hey, mister, did you think you'd shut me up? I'm a woman, and be belittled, I am tough. Now I did think I'm gonna sell you my soul, that I'd let you take control, let you kill my own glow. Had to break me, try to get me full. Well, maybe known I wouldn't fit in your mold. Live like a wild man. Wanna live a life that's really worth something. See, I'm not the kind of girl you can domesticate. Is it difficult to swallow when you hold me in your mouth? Do I make you wanna spit it out? Ooh. Oh. Oh. Wild woman, I'm a wild woman, wild, wanna live like a wild man, life is really worth it. Son of girl you can domesticate, is it difficult to hold my name in your mouth? Do I make you spit it out?
Yeah, so I think we lost a little bit of that because of the internet connection, which is a real shame because it's a great song.
It's so good. Still pretty much here, like that note as well. You've got so much, like, is it blues? Like proper raw, like blues to your sound.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so good. And the line is it difficult to hold my name in your mouth? Does it make, oh God, I'm showing myself up. Does it make you want to spit it out? Which is incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's such, I'm paraphrasing, I think slightly, but it's such a good line. It's so good. honestly in awe of your songwriting. How long left do we have with you? Do we have?
About a few minutes.
Few minutes left. So, what are you busking at all at the minute, or is that on hold?
I'm not busking at all. No. And doing a show in December.
Yes, yeah. What do you have to plug? I'm like retired until Christmas now.
That's nice. Yeah. I mean, how you like it?
No, sorry. What? Tell us about your show.
I'm taking part in a show. It's like a travel through time show, musical time, in London Bridge.
Amazing.
So I'm playing on the 90s stage. Some like Delta blues stuff. So it's like
sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's interesting, and that's one of the reasons like I improve my playing a little bit more as well, because I get like Robert Johnson and
master
and stuff like that. So it's like that kind of blues, and then there's loads more. So there's 1950s rock and roll and 1920s jazz and stuff like the December. Yeah, I think it's like nearly every day throughout December.
That's amazing. Is that the same place that you played a few dates? You played for like a week last month. It seemed like a kind of blues theme. Yeah, amazing. Okay, yeah, definitely. That looked so amazing. So everyone try and get down, follow on the socials. And just to bring it back to why we're all here today, we have this lineup of incredible, as you can see, incredible artists, all here helping raise money for Paladin. So if you can, there is a link. Is the link attached to this, John? There's a link.
I can put it into the Facebook chat.
Oh yes, that would be good. We're adding it into the Facebook chat now. That's the Facebook event where you can donate. But thank you so much for coming on. It has been honestly so great to have you. Yes. Is there anything else that you want to plug?
No.
Amazing. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and enjoy the rest of your day. We'll speak to you later.
Thanks,
Fiona. Okay. Who's next? I think we have Beth. I see Beth smiling and ready for action over there. Hey, Beth.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great.
We're an hour in, and we've got 2 hours left. So we're going well.
I just say, Kitty, you were an excellent host. You've got a really good kind of like podcast interview voice.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really flustered. It's all a massive.
You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great.
John is the professional here. But how are you? How have you been doing? How's lockdown been doing? What have you been up to?
Well, yeah, it's been all right, you know, as good as 2020 is going for any musicians, I guess. But I've actually kind of enjoyed slowing down a little bit. I think just before kind of, you know, the pandemic hit, I was doing my own music. I was writing for the people, and I was also running an organisation called Write Like a Girl, which is a really awesome initiative, but I was absolutely exhausted. So in a way, it's been nice to like learn to actually enjoy the simple things in life, like cooking. And I made my first Christmas cake a couple of weeks ago. So it's definitely, you know, fun things happening.
You did that amazing video. I loved the Christmas sing-along.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my neighbours quite appreciated me belting out the Michael Bublé, you know, mid-November, early November actually, I think. But I mean, I had a great time, so.
It's worth it for the gram, definitely. I've also really enjoyed the slower pace of life. Oh, thank you so much for donating.
That's very kind.
Also have really enjoyed the slower pace of life. But it doesn't actually seem to, it slowed you down, but it doesn't seem to have slowed you down in the sense you've just released another song.
I have. It's actually been, it's been interesting actually because I was doing so much in like kind of other areas. It's actually been quite nice to focus on my artist stuff. So I've really been enjoying writing and learning some production. And I had a song come out a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe now. It's called Underwater. And I'm going to play it in a minute, but you're going to live share with it.
All right. Awesome.
So excited for this. Well, why don't we let you take it away, and then I have
I have a nice clip that we're going to have to play because it's about one of my favorite places in the world, and she sings a lovely song about it. So, a little intro clip.
I'm intrigued.
Knowing that I'll never see you again. But if I'm ever in San Francisco, would you wanna know? Yeah, forget it, I'll leave it where we left it. But if I'm ever in San Francisco, if I'm ever in San Francisco, jumping on a plane, nothing to say, 5,000 miles, yeah, I'd be insane. But I'm always on the road, pack a bag, just go, kind of girl you never know, babe. We could be hanging in that same moment, see where this goes, just...
Yeah, we could have played that whole song. It's great. It's like a great song and a little travel trip, like a little travel log.
Oh, thank you so much. I just saw a picture of that donut again, and I was just thinking about how great that donut was that I had in San Francisco.
I love the story behind that song as well. I think it's so like clever, the kind of like nostalgic feel of it, of like would you want to rekindle? I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hear. I'm really excited for this. Underwater.
Okay, right, here we go. So this song came out like maybe 3 weeks ago, and it's available everywhere, so look it up if you like it.
I'm at my depth, against the tide I'm fighting over. I'm holding my breath for nothing, I guess I can swim to the surface no more. I don't need to pick me up, don't need you to pull me up. This feeling's bigger than us and I feel too much. You hate to see me like this, just know you don't need to fix it. Come calm me down, it's all I need. When nothing you can say will make it better. Could you love me underwater? When I'm sinking down, can we go there together? Could you love me? Could you love me underwater? Under the water. Could you love me? Could you love me? Could you sit beside me when everything within me feels broken? And I hope you don't mind me clinging to you so I can't lose myself in this ocean. 'Cause I don't need to pick me up, don't need you to pull me up. This fight is bigger than us and I can't fight it off. You're my safety when I get caught up in the riptide. Calm me down, you're all I need now. When nothing you can say will make it better. Could you love me underwater? When I'm sinking down, can we go there together? Could you love me? When I'm lost in it, hit the bottom, try to climb but keep falling. Could you meet me in the deep end where it's heavy, heart bleeding? I promise I'm a fighter when it all starts getting louder. I'll be back and I'll be strong, and you can lean on me if you wanna. When nothing you can say will make it better. Cause you love me underwater. When I'm sinking down, can we go there together? Cause you love me, cause you love me underwater, under the water. Cause you love me, cause you love me underwater, under the water. Could you love me? Could you love me? Could you love me?
Thank you.
That's great. That's great. Beautiful song.
Thank you.
I also love the like concept behind this, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it about rather than kind of always coming up with a solution, it's just about like just sit like not feeling like you have to comfort someone, but just sort of sit with them and be. So how did
exactly? No, sorry, I was just going to say, it's exactly about that. It's about like kind of, just sitting in the pain. I think that so often we just want to make something better for someone, but often, you can't fix a pandemic. You can't get someone their job back. You can't, cure someone's health condition. Sometimes you just got to be there for them and just love them kind of in spite of that.
Yeah, I love that. And I actually think that I'm really bad for that, because I think we think that we're being positive and like trying to see like a silver lining, but actually sometimes it's super unhelpful. But what made you kind of come up with the concept?
You know what, I had the title for it actually. I just had kind of Love Me Underwater, and it was after I'd been through quite a difficult time personally. I had some health problems, and so I had about 3 or 4 months where I just felt completely broken, and I had a lot of anxiety during that time, and there was nothing anyone could do to make that better, but actually the people who just kind of just checked in and just sent me messages and just kind of were with me in that time were really what helped me through. And so I just had that song title, and then I had the kind of rough idea, and then I took it to my friend Caii, who's also my producer, and we kind of write a lot of my songs together. And so we wrote that together in her little studio in her garden, maybe like a year ago now. So
I love it. I think it's such a good concept.
Thank you
okay,
so much.
About Write Like a Girl, because this is how we actually met. I had a few too many drinks at one of your Write Like a Girl gigs.
Yes.
And was way too friendly.
Perfect level of friendly.
Good, okay. Thanks for making me feel better. Okay, with some of that anxiety. But you do such good, amazing gigs. Like these really cool songwriter circles. The audience it's honestly one of the best gigs that I've ever been to. It's so intimate and it's so powerful, because you're creating this incredible platform for women and female writers. And what's the statistic that you always say at the beginning of your show about female writers?
It's changed. It was exactly. Yeah, it was 17% of songwriters are women, and now I think it's 18.3%. So it hasn't gone up by much, but it is rising very slowly. But keep it going, ladies.
Yeah. So how did the setup of that come about?
Well, it came about after, it was kind of for years I was thinking about, when I would go to networking nights and stuff, being one of the only women in the room, particularly kind of songwriter focused networking nights. And as I just kind of carried on my journey as a songwriter, I realised I was writing with a lot of men, and actually I wasn't writing with that many women, and I wasn't seeing that many women in credits of songs and stuff like that, and I was just thinking, where are all the women? And there's this amazing organisation in the States called the Song Suffragettes, and I went to a couple of their shows when I was in Nashville, and I was like, wow, this is just a really awesome atmosphere, and I think that we could do something for women over here. So we wanted to give them a platform and just a place to showcase that, hey, women write awesome songs, and also they shouldn't be afraid to write what's really on their heart. I think that often, you know, we think as women, oh, I can't write about a certain subject, or I can't say that because people will think certain things about me from my writing. And so, yeah, we started off with a tour. We just did a tour in 2018, and we went all around kind of England, and it was me and Emily Faye and Vic Allen, and we got like a special guest from each town, and that was how it started. And now pre-pandemic, we ran showcases in London and Bristol and Newcastle, and have done a couple of tours. So hopefully in 2021 we'll be able to come back and keep doing it.
Amazing.
I recommend so much. They're so good, and we actually, after me being really friendly and massively brown-nosing you, we did a gig together with Camden Live and Talent Bank, which was my first gig with you, and even the live stream version of it was incredible. So yes, thank you. We should really be thanking you.
Well, we'll have to get you back for a real one. Have to get you back for a live one next year.
Proper live one, yeah.
This is how you do it. This is how you talk. So what song do you have next?
So I have a song that I released last year called Building Bridges on the Dance Floor, and it's kind of a gig favourite. People like to boogie a little bit, so you don't have to boogie, but anyone sitting at home, no one's watching you, so go wild. So this is called, Building Bridges on the Dance Floor, and it's about a night when I was at this hen night, and there was someone there who I used to be really good friends with, and we kind of stopped talking and hadn't spoken for a few years, and that night we were just back on the dance floor, like dancing how we used to be, and it was just like this amazing kind of healing moment, and so I wrote a song about it.
Amazing,
awesome, can't wait to hear it.
Cool, here we go. I'm getting deja vu from the way you move, hands up high in a crowd. Been a long time since you looked like you. Oh, you're bringing me back to 19. Disco water noise, music on the tables. We'd stand up, yeah, we'd stand up on that nights we spent together and did, and we never got to talk it out. But tonight, it doesn't matter anymore. We're back to how we were before. We don't remember what we're fighting for. We're building bridges on the dance floor. We're building bridges on the dance floor. Screaming the words to every line. I wonder what you think when I catch you right. 'Cause right before it all went wrong, this used to be our favorite song. Yeah, we were 19, disco water naughties, music on the tables, we'd stand up. Yeah, we'd stand up on them till we hear silence broken. Seems like we forgot the fights we used to have. So let's forget the past tonight. It doesn't matter anymore. We're back to how we were before. We don't remember what we're fighting for. We're building bridges on the dance floor. We're building bridges on the dance floor. Building bridges on the dance floor. On the dance floor. Don't say anything, just keep dancing. Don't say anything, just keep dancing. Don't say anything.
Just keep dancing, don't see anything. Just keep dancing, don't see anything. Just keep dancing, don't see anything. 'Cause tonight it doesn't matter anymore. We're back to how we were before. We don't remember what we're fighting for. We're building bridges on the dance floor, dance floor. We're building bridges on the dance floor, dance floor. Building bridges on the dance floor, dance floor. We're building bridges on the dance floor, dance floor. Oh, don't say it, just keep dancing, don't say it, just keep dancing, don't say it. Just keep dancing, don't say anything. Just keep dancing, don't say anything. Just keep dancing, don't say anything. Just keep dancing.
All right.
Oh, thanks, guys.
I love that song. I think we played it. Well, I know you played it on the last gig we did together, and I remember my sister afterwards saying how much she loved it, and I think it's probably because, it's so good. But she was like the concept of it is so unique, and like no one ever. That's probably not no one ever, but we normally sing so much about love, me in particular, or relationships, and it's so nice to kind of sing about a friendship.
Yeah. Ironically, I hate to ruin the song, but it is actually about a relationship, but I just don't tell people that. It was a mixed sex hen party. So it was an ex-boyfriend, but you know, we were friends before we started dating, so it's still about friendship.
Sounds like another material for a few more songs even.
So good. Thank you so much for coming on. You sound incredible as per usual. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Well, I actually do have another song coming in a couple of weeks. It's a kind of very last minute Christmas song. I'm hoping it will be out on the 15th of December, so people can check that out, but I'll be announcing that probably in a week or so. And we're probably going to be doing a Christmas Write Like a Girl as well. So if people follow Write Like a Girl UK on all the social media, then we'll be announcing that really soon as well.
I will definitely be sharing that. That's amazing. I'm so excited. Also another Christmas song. I love it. I was with you on starting in November. I would have started like 2 months ago. I'm all for it. Here for it. Why not? Put the tinsel up.
Yeah, let's get going. I love it.
Thank you so much. We're going to swap over now, but love it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, guys. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Cool. We have Caii next. I've got a quick poem here to read.
Okay. We're ready.
Hi. Oh, sorry. So we have another poem from Paladin. I want to keep bringing it back and making sure that everyone knows that this event is for Paladin National Stalking Advocacy Service. They're an incredible charity that supports victims of stalking. They give them advice and they amplify their voice within the police system, within the criminal and civil justice system. So if anyone out there is concerned about anything like this, they have a helpline, and there is someone behind their Facebook if you go into their DMs or their Instagram now, so you can message them directly on there. We also have someone from Paladin on this live stream today coming in and out, so stick around and drop something in the comments if you feel comfortable asking in the comments, or if you don't feel comfortable, you can DM them. Okay, this is a poem written by one of the victims and survivors of stalking. start on the right page. To Paladin, oh, what can I say? You were my saving grace. You gave me hope and faith that there would be a better day. When it all felt too heavy to carry, you shifted the weight. The appreciation I feel I cannot explain. A support system like no other, you made me feel safe. When the world was such a dark and scary place, would I be here if it wasn't for Paladin? With their support and care. Paladin picked up the broken pieces that were shattered in despair. Paladin so delicately filled the cracks with understanding and care. Paladin built me up and made me strong, the reason I'm still here. Guardian angels come in all shapes and sizes in the form of you. Thank you, Paladin, for everything you do. I am stronger, I am braver, I am safer because of you. I am not a victim, I am a survivor, thanks to you.
Oh, great.
Very powerful.
Yeah, really good.
That is a survivor of stalking who has had the help of Paladin. Okay, on to the next artist. We have Caii. I'm so excited about this.
Hey, Caii.
Hi.
Hello. Sorry,
Hi.
we probably... How are you doing?
No, good. How are you?
Good. You look amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And
this is like the first time I've put makeup on in like a month. So yeah,
I
this
love
is my
that.
present place.
It's the first time for John as well.
Yeah.
So for a bit of background for the people watching at home, I met Caii at a gig at the Bedford, and she did a really funny little feminist rant. So immediately I gravitated towards her, and we have been friends ever since. We've done about 3 or 4 gigs together, and she is an incredible singer and songwriter, and also produces all of her own tracks, which I think is amazing.
Very cool.
Can you do a better introduction than that, Caii? Sorry.
No, not really. I'm rubbish at talking about myself, which is kind of why we bonded, because I either talk too little or too much, usually too much, and tell everyone all my secrets on stage. But yeah, no, I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been producing now for probably like coming up on 3 years. I mean, this year doesn't really seem like a year where anything's happened, but yeah, I think it's 3 years including this year. So yeah, I just kind of write autobiographical kind of defiant feminist music about my experiences and what it's like to be a young woman in the world at the moment. I think hopefully people can identify with it.
Yeah, they definitely can. It's your songs are so good, and your voice is so powerful as well. So tell us a bit about what you got up to during lockdown. I have spoken to you on one of your live streams, which you did. You hosted a series called Ladies Night.
Yes, that was one thing I did during lockdown. There was a few like Instagram things. One was Sal's Lonely Lockdown Walks, in which I would walk probably like 12 miles a day and take pictures of things. So it'd just be like loads of ducks, or like polls on like whether I would beat a goose in a fight, or just kind of, I had nothing to do, so I would just write or walk. So I got really skinny for a while. I was like in really good shape and all this stuff. And then Sal's Lonely Lockdown Walks got slightly less lonely, and I started doing what they called like socially distanced walk when that was allowed. And then I got a boyfriend from that, and then started eating more. So that's kind of all I do now, is eat and spend time with my boyfriend, which is probably not what you're supposed to say. But
that sounds so much better than the lonely walks. Don't do that down. So funny. You can see all of this on Cai's Instagram. You can see all of this on Cai's Instagram, where it is documented.
Yeah, there is an actual Sal's Lonely Lockdown Walk highlight with all of the, but I did so many that I couldn't fit it all in one highlight. I had to start deleting the earlier ones. But people got really into it. Do you know who started watching it? And it's really bizarre. You know Jay Sean, the singer? Like, I kept looking at like who had seen my stories, and Jay Sean had seen them. You know the one that sings the song Down? Like, baby, if you're down, 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 down. But yeah.
I do. gosh, I'm really embarrassing myself right now as a host of a video.
But yeah,
okay.
Now I do music again, not just walk. So it's all good.
Cool. We have a cool video.
So
we have a clip from one of the videos. Pretty cool. Let's check it out.
Oh, really?
And we fight for the lead, a romance with a vicious streak, game of chance where nobody ever wins, but staring at the wall as our movement stalls, guys, we hesitate. Anybody's guess what will happen next, I'll leave that up to you. But I'm getting dizzy, tied onto this carousel for two. I won't blink first, you won't see my eyes before I see you, you know that's true.
It's a really fun video. It's great.
Thanks. Yeah, it was really fun to shoot actually, because obviously there's loads of effects where it kind of looks like I'm possessed and stuff, and like doing those in real life and then seeing them come together was really fun.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's a really great one.
Thank you.
So, would you like to sing us your first song?
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna sing. It is a cover, but it's my like produced version. So it was actually the first thing that I released when I like rebranded to Caii, because I originally did stuff that other people produced and I really didn't feel like it was me. So it's kind of the first thing that I brought out that was like what I was going to be doing. So it is a cover. It's a song that everyone will know. It's Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. But I've actually produced a couple versions of this, and this was like the original one that I did. And it's still one of my favourite things to sing, even though I didn't write it. But I feel like I put a lot of myself into it, even though I didn't write the words. And everyone can identify with the words. But yeah, I'm going to sing Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. So hopefully like all the technical stuff works.
Hopefully.
Strange what desire makes foolish people do. And I've never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. And I've never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, what a wicked thing to say. It's strange what does that make foolish people do. And I never dreamed I'd be somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I'd be somebody like you. No, I wanna fall in love. Thank you.
Yeah, great.
Thank you. Sorry, I think I'm getting a bit of a cold. My dad keeps telling me that I look like I'm getting ill, so I think that's why it was with the coughing. I think like tomorrow I won't be able to speak anymore, but I'll get through this gig.
You don't worry. Just for everyone quickly, if you like that, if you've got any pocket money to spare, donate to the link that just popped up. We'll show it again in 2 minutes. So you've been busy during lockdown as well, doing remixes. You've got one that's just come out with, correct me if I pronounce this wrong, Hydra Lerner, is that her name?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, it's one of my friends who's also a musician. She's from Norfolk. She's, again, like, she's a producer herself. So she released this track and she then said she was going to go on a bit of a hiatus afterwards because she's now started a sustainable clothing brand, which is kind of cool. But she, we kind of do the same sort of thing. We gig together. And then I was like, my EP's not ready. It's nowhere near ready. But obviously I produced, so I was like, it'd be really cool if, you know, I did a remix of the track. And then I sent her some ideas and she loved them and just kind of went from there. And yeah, it was kind of fun to do something. I kind of like producing remixes and covers sometimes because it kind of puts me in like a different headspace to like when it's my own music. I'm like less precious with it and less like obsessive. So it was nice.
More experimental as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Pardon,
sense.
what did you say?
I just said maybe more experimental as well.
Oh yeah,
when you've kind of got
to be a bit weirder with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Did you collaborate at all on the lyrics, or was this for you like solely a production project?
It was literally a remix. Like I didn't sing on it or anything. Like it literally was just like she gave me the stems, and I was like, "What are we gonna do with it?" And then took it kind of in like a future bassy kind of direction. It was fun. I liked it. It was good.
Cool. So, do you do a lot of production for other people?
I'd say I'm getting more into it. I wouldn't say I do loads. I do more writing for other people, like top lining, that sort of thing, like on dance tracks. But then now I'm getting more into my production. I do want to, I like producing for other people because I think you can be a bit like bolder with it. Sometimes when it's your own track, you're so worried about making the vision right and making it fit in with the other tracks. Whereas if you've got someone else's, you can just kind of put all your ideas out there, and if they don't like it, you just pivot and just go somewhere else. So I would like to get more into doing it, but I wouldn't say it's like the majority of what I do at the moment.
I sometimes think we can kind of put limits when it's our own stuff because we're so
definitely
concerned about it fitting our image but no, so exciting. So tell us about your next track.
So this is actually my favourite one of my tracks. It's called Problem. I don't know if I've gigged this with you. Maybe, I don't think so. I think it came out last November, so I think that was like, we'd already done our last gig, maybe? Oh no, actually, I think, our last gig together, I had technical difficulties and I had to sing a cappella, and I think it was at that gig. So I think I did do it. But it's called Problem. It's about a really bad relationship that I was in, and then kind of afterwards it's quite sarcastic, realizing that the other person kind of put all the blame on you, and you look back and you're like, no, that's incorrect, definitely incorrect. So it's kind of quite defiant and quite strong, but I do swear in it. I'm going to try not to, just because Sunday afternoon before the watershed. I'm going to try my absolute hardest, but I might slip up so but it does have swear words in it, so I'm sorry. But yeah, this is Problem.
with my self-esteem. No, I will do anything to try to please. Sorry, I'm going to start again because my boyfriend's distracted me and I've completely forgotten my words, so thank you. But I am just going to start again, which is not that professional, but I am going to. I won't ask no questions, I won't say a word. I set my mouth up, sit here pretty like you're a trophy girl. I switch off my suspicions, pretend that I believe. Cause you're safe, you're perfect, that the problem must be me. You know the ways to take advantage of me. Love, you know I'm in my self-esteem. No, I'll do anything to try to please. You like to keep me restless, keep me on my knees. You like me when I'm quiet, like me when I'm slow. You like me when I don't say anything at all. No, no, you make sense and act like I'm a baby. Told me that you love me, told me I'm a queen. Why is every moment now wishing for the best dream? Told me that you love me, treat me like a queen. Every time you want me, I let your mind. I won't ask no questions, I won't say a word. I'll take my mouth and sit here pretty like you're a trophy girl. I'll switch up my suspicions, pretend that I believe. You're so fucking perfect that the problem must be me. Told me you'd be honest, treat me like a queen. Why is every moment that pretend for a bad dream? Should you that you love me, that you never leave? So why do you want me silent, powerless and blind? I won't ask no questions, I won't say a word. I'll take my mouth and sit here pretty like you're a trophy girl. I'll switch off my suspicions, pretend that I believe. Cause you're so fucking perfect that the problem must be me. You know always to take advantage of me. Oh, you know always to take advantage of me. Oh, I won't ask no questions, I won't say a word. I'll set my mouth and sit here pretty like you're a trophy girl. Switch off my suspicions, pretend that I believe. Cause you're so fucking perfect that the problem must be me. Sorry, I got like completely turned around.
That's okay, don't worry about it. It's weird playing out of your house. You need an audience.
No,
to
it really
keep you
is.
focused.
And Kizzy has seen me do it before, like things distract me really easily and then I'll forget the lyrics to the song that I wrote and I just completely like my head goes and I try and make them up on the spot and they're always wrong. But yeah, I'm sorry. If you want to hear the actual good version of that track, please go on Spotify because it has actual lyrics in the middle. Thank you for having me.
I make up a lot of the words to a lot of the songs I sing, so do not.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
So, where can we find your music and your remixes and you in general?
Yes, it's all on Spotify, and then also on Instagram and Facebook and everything. It's I am Caii on all of those. I have a website too. I do have merch. So if you wanted to support an independent business, go for it's iamcaii.com. But yeah, all my music's on Spotify, and I don't forget the words on the track, so you should check those ones out. I can't believe I just forgot the words on a live stream. You can't even like swag it out. It's so hard.
We can make a clip and send it to you. You can watch it over and over again.
This is not special though. They're so raw and personal. We're in, everyone's front rooms. So no, do not worry about it. It makes it all the more.
Everyone
enjoyable.
appreciates the effort. Everyone appreciates the effort. It's artificial environment for all you singers.
You sound incredible, and your tracks are amazing. But thank you so much, and thank you for coming on here. Thank you for helping us raise awareness and some money for charity. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Have a good stream. See ya.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Do we have Louise back?
Let's see.
I've got a statistic here. So Sheridan.
Okay, right.
Yes. Here we go.
You got me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
I'm going to read out one of your statistics. Sheridan's 2005 study found that 77% of victims of stalking suffer 100 incidents before reporting it to the police. And I wondered if you could tell us, if you know, a bit about why people take so long to report, or why they... Is it just that we don't know the signs around what stalking is or what to look out for?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. I think people don't necessarily think it's stalking initially. And also, if you imagine like 100 incidents, that could be a phone call, a message, it could be like an unwanted gift. And when I say unwanted gift, people say, oh, I wish I had unwanted gifts. But actually, when you're being terrorised by someone, it's quite daunting that someone's turning up at your house or sending stuff to your address that potentially you didn't even know they knew where you lived. So if you think it's a build-up, so the first things happen, and I think most people think, oh, it'll stop, it'll go away, I don't need to do anything about that, and it just becomes a build-up, and then people feel they've left it too long, and what do they do, and will anyone believe them? So there's so many reasons why it can take that long. And if you think a lot of people will know who their stalker is, so if it's an ex-partner, which are the most dangerous stalkers as well, they will then, sometimes you think, well, I've just broke up, actually they're just trying to get back with me, or so there's so many reasons, but it's just really scary. And a lot of the time they try and speak to people, and then people think they're over exaggerating or how they report it. People don't understand how they're coming across, because it's actually quite daunting to report anything anyway. So, and that's really where we kind of come in and support people through that process and tell them how to report incidents, and just keeping a diary of everything that happens to them, even if it seems really small. And a lot of people will ring and say, I don't know if this is a coincidence, and we'll be like, no, actually, if that's happening, you need to be keeping a record of that. There's no coincidences in stalking.
Well, why do you think people feel almost embarrassed about it? They seem like they're reluctant to come forward.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff around how we see it as a society. I think sometimes like people romanticize stalking. And for example, I can remember one person I worked with, she was getting gifts off someone. And when she told her friend these were unwanted gifts, they were like, oh wow, I wish someone was doing that for me, or they must really love you. And I think there's this real romanticize about how we should be treated, and actually stalking's not romantic. It's actually really terrifying. Yeah. So I think
I think as well, when I think there's this whole thing around, like, if someone shows up at your door and they've found your address and they've turned up with flowers, there's this huge thing around it that it's like, oh, they're just really trying to impress you, and you should feel lucky, you should feel chosen, when actually, like, the reality of it, as you've said, is it's incredibly creepy, and it's an invasion of privacy and boundaries and massively overstepping. So we need to like take away the kind of idea that this is a romantic gesture.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, and it's just that this is so important, this gig around you just raising awareness, because actually people might be listening and not realise they know someone who's experiencing this, or the friend might have said something, they've kind of blanked it really and thought they're just over exaggerating. So it is really important around making sure we understand what people are going through, and follow, and actually what would be really good for people as well as donating. Obviously we'd love people to donate because we're a national charity with a national remit, but we're a really small team. So we miss out on lots of different funding streams because of the type of organisation we are. So we have to fight year on year to kind of keep the organisation going. The donate is brilliant, but also another big thing is to kind of follow our socials. So our Instagram, Paladin _NSAS, it's a bit of a mouthful. And just following that is really important, and sharing our stuff. And if you know anyone who's experiencing it, getting them to look at it, even if they don't want to follow it because they don't want to be highlighted, they can at least see our stuff and maybe drop us a message if they're worried about anything. So that sort of stuff's really important as well.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much. Well, we are going to check in with you again in a minute, but we have some more music now.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, so who's next? So we have Erin. Erin Jade is up next, but I don't see her yet. So maybe she... oh, there she is. She's back. I got her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really scary, all the stalking, because it goes from charming to terrifying, like with the same person in fairly short period of time, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, massively. And I think if you know, like Louise said, if you know who the person, you kind of, we've got this weird thing about feeling this loyalty to people over some,
self-preservation or something. Yeah.
I think.
Was that statistic you told me? Some percentage of stalkers come from people who've met on online dating.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, I thought it was some very high number of stalkers were, using online dating services as a way to find people, and this was part of the whole pathology of it.
Is Erin there? I do have another.
Yeah, we got Erin here. We got Erin. We'll go dig out the statistics. There's some interesting numbers to share with people. But first, let's share some awesome sounds from the incredible Erin J. There she is.
Hi.
Erin.
Hi. How are you doing?
Hi. So much for getting involved. So excited to have you. For everyone at home, Erin is another one of the artists who work with and for Busk in London. And I actually first saw you busking, and it wasn't until later at it's so interlinked, all of this. We were at a women's jam, so a jam night called She Can Jam, where I went up to Erin and was like, oh my God, I'm a massive fan, basically. So this the story of how she is here now. But thank you so much for coming on. Do you want to tell everyone a bit about you and what you've been up to?
Thank you so much, Kitty. It's so good to see you. And it's such a small world, isn't it? Especially in London, there's the music circuit, and you come across people in lots of different places and spaces. It's not really that big a city after all. But I'm super happy to be a part of this really important event. So thank you so much for having me. I am a singer-songwriter based in London most of the time. But during lockdown, I've been living in the countryside, which has been a really big departure, but it's been a really beautiful, amazing one as well. Just being able to get some space, being surrounded by nature, and just like being able to just really kind of go into myself, I suppose, and just try to fuel my creative juices. So that's what I've been doing sort of this year. I've just been singing since I knew I knew how to talk, really. And then dabbled a bit in the piano because my dad was like really good at the piano, so I used to watch him when I was like a toddler and just emulate what he was doing. And then I saw like all my musical experiences have been through emulation, I think, because then I saw Vanessa May on TV when I was 5, and I was like, oh my god, I want to play violin like her. So I started learning violin, so I was classically trained in that. Sort of wow. It wasn't cool enough when I was a teen, so I was just like, sack that off. I kind of regret that now. Really do some strings on my phone. So yeah, I class trained in violin, and then dabbled in keys, but that became my main sort of instrument to complement my vocals as I was started to explore songwriting, because obviously just writing on piano I find a lot easier to find chords and melodies and stuff like that. And then I moved to London and started like exploring the circuit and making contacts, and I would say the Roundhouse was just an amazing vehicle for that, because when I got here I was just so like novice and inexperienced, and they really took me in, and like I was part of like a music collective there, and so just like working with some other really amazing musicians who've gone on to do really, really crazy and cool things around the world. And yeah, that just sort of threw me into just performance, and so that I just started doing as much as I could, and lots of different venues. So it's been a ride. It's been really fun.
Amazing. Yes, so cool. Okay, well, do you want to play us your first song? I'm so excited about this.
I do. I actually was going to ask a cheeky one. I could do like 2 back to back, because one's like a half song and one's like a full song. So yeah,
let's
go for it. Go for it.
Cool. Take it away. Do whatever you want to do.
Cool. Da 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 da. I had a dream last night. I was an eagle flying free, and in the skies, nothing could stop me, no. Spread out my wings and fly. A hungry predator be. I'll hunt me down wherever I can, 'cause nothing can stop me, no. 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 Nothing can stop me. I know. Honestly, anytime that you want, come on right over. 'Cause we've both been caught up by love, So let's just fool around. No need to understand, baby. I got all I need right here between the sheets. Emotional anonymity. Oh, let's just be here and let our bodies breathe together. Right here together. Let our bodies heal. Lie down. No one needs to know. So lie down, and we can go to places only we can go. No need for promises, baby. This is how it is. Just physical community. With everyone last in place, let's give our take, yeah, 'cause only we can make it together. Right here, together. Let our bodies heal. No need to understand. Just come and take my hand. No need to understand. Just come and take my hand. No need to understand. Just come and take my hand. No need to understand. Just come and take my hand. Thank you.
Lovely tracks.
Literally, my voice, as soon as I started singing, then I was like, I'm going to cough. I was like, oh my God, hold it. I was really relieved that I didn't cough, because I literally thought I was going to have a coughing fit. So apologies about that.
No worries, you made it through.
Oh, I can't hear you, Kitty, for some reason.
It's because I've muted myself. Sorry.
There we go.
I didn't want to disrupt and make any weird background noises. No, I was actually probably good that you couldn't hear me, because I was just apologising to John because I have been so enthusiastic with all the acts that I am talking so much.
No, it's great.
And
it's great.
going to ask you questions, and I have already dived in there. But I did want to ask you something, because I follow all of your social media, and you are an artist as well.
Yes, I am.
I wanted to ask if your creative process crosses over with music, and if they're interlinked, or if you're just a really creative person.
It's a really good question, and yeah, it's really funny you say that. They 100% do. I've painted as well and created. I've used any creative outlet I could ever since I was really small. It's just been it's my way of journaling and just expressing myself, identity, and also talking about the things I really care about. And Yeah, it does interlink. I think I'm exploring that a lot more now. But the underpinning theme to all of the stuff I create, whether it's a song, a poem, my own poets as well, and my art, it's all about empowerment. So I'm currently working on a series. It's about representing minority women in art. So I've been doing a series called Black and Gold, painting women. The song I just sang, well, both of them actually, Eagle, the one that I started with, that's all about empowerment. It's about, rising and feeling strong and confident in yourself. And likewise with Heal, it's about sexual empowerment and taking ownership of your body and taking ownership of the decisions that you make in a relationship. So I think, like everything does interlink. And I always describe myself as a multidisciplinarian. So I like to intertwine all three. And actually, I won't play it today, but there's a poem that I wrote last year called Mindfulness, about empowering your mind and self-care really, and that definitely I've written like a kind of backdrop for that. So it's kind of a spoken word piece, but it's also like a song in the same time. So yeah, they 100% interlink.
Amazing, and like so happy to have you on because you fit with this whole theme of the lineup is like brilliant women who are. It's all about empowerment and lifting up women. And I have to drop in quickly though that this is an event for Paladin which is supports kind of women as well. But I do just have to quickly say that because I haven't said it yet, men also are a victim of stalking, and Paladin do also help men. Just had to add that in there. Sorry, yeah, perfect for this lineup. And you have just released earlier this year, I should say, released a song called Sunny Day.
Yes.
And that too,
I did.
And with an amazing video as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was such a blast to film. I actually did that, made the video. The song I wrote, about 2 or 3 years ago now. And it was, everyone thinks it's like a relationship song, like a breakup song, and like, oh yeah, I'm so glad to rinse my hands of you. But it actually is about me breaking up with my old job, which I actually was starting to hate. And I just woke up one day and was like, that's it, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm just going to go and just move on to bigger, better things. But yeah, we shot the video for that earlier this year in Miami. Me and my husband, we went out, and I basically like bossed him like around, not really bossing around, he bosses me around, but sort of said, I want to like shoot this, and I want it to be like, walking down the street. And so we like literally, it was such a blast to film. And we went to Wynwood, which was like the most, crazy place, really artsy and vibrant colours. And it was just so much fun to basically filming somewhere so vibrant.
And you said your husband, really quickly, is that this year? Did you get married this year?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought I'd seen it. Congratulations. So exciting. Sorry, I thought I'd seen it and then I was like, am I overstepping? Do you want to play your final song for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was so torn because like I actually was thinking, should I do a cover? Because one of like the most inspiring women and just who I love her music is Maggie Rogers. And I don't know if you know her, but her songwriting is just so amazing. So I was like doubling within that. But now, because I've got one song left and I'm feeling like, because this is all about empowerment and I really want to like leave it with just an uplifting spirit, I think I'm actually going to change my plan and sing what she wrote about a year or so ago, which I'm hoping to release at some point soon. It's called Rise Up, and the lyrics speak for themselves. So I'm going to sing that for you guys. But thank you so much again for having me. It's been a blast.
Coming on, take it away.
Let's come together now. Let's come together and rise.
when there is nothing to stop us but drives from rising farther than the sky. You lift my head up high, and I will take your hand, and I know we'll have the strength to be alright. When there is nothing between us but love, and the unity that only we can feel. Rise up, united in our struggle, we can breathe. As we rise up to lead our brothers sisters to the gates and set them free. You have a struggle of your own, and I have seen it. But if the load's too big to pull up on your own, oh, let me keep it, and on through the rain and roller coasters till it's gone, till we consider in his resting place, right above his gravestone. I'll need it, keep it, make peace. Rise up, united in our struggle, we can breathe. As we rise up to lead our brothers sisters to the gates and set them free. As we rise up, united in our struggle, we can breathe. As we rise up to lead our brothers sisters to the gates and set them free. Together as one, we can overcome. Together as one, we shall overcome. Together as one, we will rise.
Woo! So amazing. Thank
Really
you
beautiful.
so much for coming on. Honestly, so amazing. Everyone, this is Erin J. Please give her a follow. Oh, where can we check you out? What is your handle?
My handle is at Erin J Music. That's ERINJAE Music. And you can find a couple of my latest releases also on Spotify. But yeah, for the latest updates and stuff, Instagram is your baby to go and look at that. So yeah.
Right.
That's the place to go. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, and congratulations on your event, and yeah, good luck with the rest of it, and thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, we're doing well. So that's how many hours? 2 hours plus?
We've got an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah. You're doing great. You are doing amazing. Hang in there. You're more than halfway through, so keep the energy going. Go have a piece of fruit or something.
I've just texted my family to see if they can bring me in a cup of tea.
That's right.
This is I should have said it on here. This is the test to see if anyone's actually watching.
Right.
Have we got Natalie?
I see Natalie. She is.
Yeah.
She is. Looks like she's ready. There she is. Hey, Natalie.
Hi.
First thing we actually have to say is happy birthday for a couple of days
that's
ago.
Right. It's your birthday, right?
Oh, thanks, guys.
Have you
Yeah, I think I literally haven't I've been celebrating since Thursday, and then today was the first day I've started working again. So yeah.
Have you had a good weekend celebrating? Are you hungover?
No, I'm actually okay. I'm okay, but I was yesterday.
I'm impressed. Okay, cool. So for everyone at home, Natalie Shay is an incredible artist, and I know her through busk in London as well, an awesome busker. Picked up a few tips from her, not literal tips, in like tips to the trade.
Dumped her hat out and ran away. Yeah.
Yeah, ran off with them. No, but tell everyone a little bit about you and what you've been up to.
So I do like indie pop. I'm 22 now, from North London. I've been doing this full time for 4 years now, I guess. Been doing it though since I was 13. Yeah, I did. Yeah, this year I put out an EP. Finished that now. The video for that, the last video came out on the 17th of November, and now that EP's finished, and I'm on to the next thing. So yeah.
And the last video is cool, from the song Naked.
Yes, that is.
Is that the clip? Is that the clip? We have that clip. We made a clip for that.
Naked.
The wedding.
Here we go.
Should we play this one? Yeah. Here we go. You ready?
That's what you do. I wouldn't start it, that wasn't you. I would control it, you did it too. Is it so hard and just being true? Call it what you wanted, that's what you do. I wouldn't start it, that wasn't you. I would control it, you did it too. Is it so hard and just being true? Oh my God. We're trying to get to, we make it. It feels so wrong. Is it so hard just to fake it? Don't get me wrong. Sleeping alone feels so naked. Oh my God. You are the best thing. You are the best thing for brain.
It's a fun clip.
It's so good.
Where'd you get the car from?
I don't know. It's a picture car. I don't know. Found it. I think someone's friend had it. It was someone's friend's car.
Great car.
And then it's cool.
Sorry, you know I requested that cup of tea. Someone's just coming in now.
Bring it to you. Perfect.
Don't mean to interrupt your set. So that is the title song from the EP, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And what is the song? What's like the message behind the song, or the story behind the song, I should say?
So that song's about, like, I suppose around the theme of like being like fear of commitment. But the song wasn't necessarily about like a wedding. It was just fear of commitment. And then when we came to doing the video, and obviously we had the conversation, we were like, oh, so what should we make the narrative about? And I was like, oh, is that fear of commitment? And they were like, oh, let's do that in the most absolute like literal way ever, and do like a runaway bride. Right. And I was like, yeah, that could be really cool. So that's what we did.
And it's so relatable for all the commitment phobes out there. Very relatable. Do you want to play your first track for us?
Yeah. How many am I doing? Is it 2?
Sorry, yeah, 2. I've been so bad at organising behind the scenes.
No,
I think
no.
Like, we know what we're doing. John knows what he's doing.
I'm just clicking buttons. You guys are doing all the hard work today.
Yeah, we got 2 songs for Natalie. Awesome. Take it away. Thank you.
Sweet. So this song's called Like You Boy, and I wrote it this year.
Curled up in bed, it's the end. It was something I likely wasn't scared, and I was naive. I thought the sun rose in your eyes. I named my price. You were here, made a big sacrifice. Still unclear, it was something unlikely, burning at both ends. And baby, when you call out my name, I feel something strange, 'cause I like you, boy. And baby, don't tell me it's the end. You are more than a friend, 'cause I like you, boy. Tornado wind under my skin. Why do I say things I don't mean? It was something unlikely, so just like me too. So I go in love with again like I do. It's the trend with my face in your head, and I don't understand why I said what I said. I just lack confidence when I like a boy. Baby, when you call out my name, it fills me with shame, 'cause I like you, boy. Sorry that you get in my head, so you tear it to shreds, 'cause I like you, boy. Ooh, more man than a boy. And before I start, still broken my heart, self-preserving the truth. But too much of those need get sick of me soon. You never loved me at all. Thanks.
All right. It's a great song. It's a great song.
Oh, thank you.
So good. And I remember seeing you for the first time busking, and your stage presence is so good. And even just like through the live stream, it's like you're so good to watch. I felt a bit emotional watching you. I don't know why.
It's too much chamomile tea, obviously.
Yeah. But so tell us, what have you been up to during lockdown? Because I follow your socials, and you seem like you're really like pretty busy, despite the fact that you're maybe limited on what you would normally be doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously there's not as many shows. I mean, this month none. But like, for me, like nothing else has really stopped. It's still full time, and then it's been good because like I'm still very behind on all of my actual like admin work and everything that I have to do. So
a year later, you're still behind on. How much admin do you have?
Oh, so much all the time. It's me, and like I'm between managers and everything, and so essentially I'm just doing everything. But no, I do enjoy it. Obviously, like it's what I'm doing, and I'm doing it because I like it. So, but yeah, so it's been good to have like my evenings, because at least now I can do the stuff that's not necessarily like gigs. But yeah, it's fun. It's been okay.
I don't think people realise that actually, as a musician, you spend 90% of your time doing admin over actually rugby.
I would agree. I would agree when people say to me like I say like what they say, what are you up to? I'm like working out. What, singing? I'm like, honestly, singing is about 10% of it. This is literally emails, and like percentages and spreadsheets.
Yeah,
literally.
Looking at the computer all day. And then when people ask,
like, all day.
It feels like you've got nothing to tell them, but you feel like you are exhausted and you've been so busy.
That's on it. So it's exactly what it is, and it's like I don't know. It's business, isn't it? And like I think a lot of people don't realize how much of it is business. But like if you're not doing the business, then there's nothing wrong with being a gigging artist. But like that's a great thing if you can do that. But like obviously if you want to do more, then you've got to do other things too, and you have to learn a lot. But it is good. It's really fun, and I feel like I've learned a lot this year. I'm just doing it full time, like business. So yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised. I had no idea. I had no idea it took you guys so much time to do all this stuff.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is hard. It's very hard.
What is your next song?
Good question. I'm going to play. Okay, I'm going to play. I've got a song called Yesterday. I'll play that.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's a new
it's in the
song.
same key as the other one, but no, it's not. I put it out last January, but yeah, it was my favorite one that came. Actually, no, I only put 2 out last year, and they're both really high up my list of favourites. This is my favourite of January last year. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good.
That's good.
What's it about?
What is this one about? I haven't done this interview in a while. This one is about a relationship that you've come out of, and you realise that although you are sad that it's ended, you know that you can do better anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Good.
Cool.
Awesome. Take it away.
Start? Okay. Okay. Oh, this one's called Yesterday.
Moving straight, never fall. I've been down that road before. I came back, but still one more. Basic slip till you're gone and made me think I was the one. Silly trip, but now I'm done. I watched it fade so sweetly, and so then I see it. You would never see forever. We would never be together. There is something I couldn't say, 'cause I'm still caught on yesterday. You would never be forever, and so whatever, I'll do better. And now there is something I'll never say, 'cause I'm still caught on yesterday. Play the game under your thumb, and what a shame you played it wrong. Guess I stayed away too long. And now you're still the same, I mean nothing. But you're typically only dating one thing, and another thing you got what you deserve it. I watch it fade so sweetly, and so then I see it. You would never stay forever. We would never be together. There is something I couldn't say, 'cause I'm still caught on yesterday. You will never be forever, and so whatever, I'll do better. And now there is something I'll never say, 'cause I'm still caught on yesterday. Oh, 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 something I couldn't say, 'cause I'm still caught on yesterday. You will never be forever, and so whatever, I'll do better. And now there is something I'll never say, 'cause I'm still caught on yesterday. Oh, 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 oh. There is something I'll never say. Hey. Oh, 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 oh. Never say, 'cause I'm still caught on yesterday.
Thanks. Yay.
Oh, your voice sounds good, and your
yeah, it sounds great.
So good, love it.
Oh, thank you.
She plays a mean guitar. She plays a mean guitar.
Thanks. Thank you.
I want to see on the electric guitar. I think actually that's.
Thanks. I think my favourite is, but I trained in classical guitar, so like it's a bit different. Yeah.
Good. I bet it means that you have like the technique behind it now, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think I would be as good at this guitar if I hadn't already had because I've been playing classical since I was 5. So I mean, it's a very different sort of skill and different way of playing, but like the general, I think like if you've got the strength in your fingers from like age 5, then it does give you a little bit of an advantage. But yeah.
What's your favorite classical guitar piece?
Oh God, the ones that I do like are like the Villa-Lobos ones, because they're kind of like they're old, but you wouldn't know that they are. And I think that's fun because it's like it's classical. It's a classical piece, but it's still like, yeah, current.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that. Thank you so much for coming on,
me.
because I know how busy you've been today and over the weekend with your birthday. Happy birthday again. Again, thank you so much for coming on, and it's so good to see you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for having me.
Cool. See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
So, John, I was thinking now before we get Mychelle on, because we played Ruggles video quite early, we could put that out again now, just for people who are joining. So this is a video that I was going to say from Paladin. I actually don't know if they did work with Paladin on this, but it's a video that shows the severity of stalking. It's quite an intense video, so we'll put a trigger warning up as it deals with a lot of kind of intense stuff. But this is the Alice Ruggles video.
Try and calm down, try and breathe. Have a shot, just try and breathe. Please help me. I know, how old's Alice? She's only 23. I mean, you're just coming at us at an absolute psychopath.
Alice was one of these people who always had a smile on her face.
She knew the things that were going to make people feel happy.
She always understood what you were thinking, what you were doing. She always knew the right thing to say.
He took her to places.
He bought her presents.
He was trying very hard.
He was a real gentleman.
It didn't seem malicious at the time.
As the relationship moved on, strange things started to happen. She started to lose friends.
He used all sorts of things to persuade her she didn't have enough money, she shouldn't go out.
She started to lose weight, she started to lose self-confidence.
She'd had to talk to him constantly. She couldn't wear what she wanted to wear. She could only wear what he thought was appropriate for her to wear.
He was starting to control her. And all the time, what he was doing was gradually making her more and more dependent on him. That was when his controlling behaviour turned to stalking.
She was worried someone had got into her phone and put some spyware on her Android phone, so I talked her through how she could get it all factory reset, and then things started escalating, which was when Trimon turned up at the house.
There was this knock on her window, and when she pulled back the curtains, he was outside, and he'd just left a box of chocolates and some flowers on the windowsill and was backing off with his hands like this.
Hi there, I just need a bit of advice really, more than anything. I split up with my boyfriend about 3 months ago. Since then, I know that he's hacked into my Facebook and also my phone. He's been sending me a lot of messages even though I've asked him not to contact me. And then tonight, he knocked on my bedroom window at the back of my ground floor flat. He's been outside and he's like left some flowers and chocolates on the outside windowsill, and he walked off. He's not done anything, but I'm concerned, and my friends have been telling me to call the police. I've been putting it off, but I just feel a bit shaken up tonight.
On the night, he then sent her a couple of voicemail messages. One of those said in it,
"I'm not going to kill you. Why would you think I'll kill you?"
"I wouldn't kill you."
Although he was talking about it in the negative context, "I'm not going to kill you." It was definitely a veiled threat.
When he mentions not killing you about 10 times in this voicemail, which is really weird.
Somebody's been issued with a pen so that they can't contact me. However, I've had a letter off them.
So you're reporting the breach of the pen. What was the nature of it? Was it threatening or was it harassing?
No, not threatening. It's just saying that he knows I called the police on him and he's had everything confiscated. It says at the bottom he won't contact me. This will be the last I hear from him. But he's said that a lot of times and he never does seem to stop.
After that second phone call, she was so depressed because she thought that the stalking was just going to go on forever.
Alice jokingly said, "Oh, well, what if he broke into my house and killed me?" And I was like, no, that'll never happen. As me thinking this is ridiculous.
He came back on the 12th, and just a bit afterwards he was waiting in his car and she came back from work.
And then Trimmer had come and broken into the house.
Climbed in through a window and he cut her throat in the bathroom.
Alice was lying on the floor in the bathroom, covered in blood.
When she rang me up, I said, well, I'm sure the police knows what's happening and you've just got to ignore him. If you keep ignoring him, he'll leave you alone. And of course, that was really bad advice because he was never going to leave her alone.
I really struggle remembering because obviously I know what I did wrong and I know what I should have said and I know what I should have done and I know that I failed Alice. So, yeah, that's pretty horrible.
If these sorts of things are happening to you, that is stalking. It's a crime. The police have to take it seriously.
The law needs to change so that she does have the protection that she deserved.
I mean, Alice did what she was supposed to do. She did contact the police. She'd reported everything. In Alice's case, Truman had past history, a restraining order against him because he'd been stalking another girl. Now, if Alice had known that at the beginning of the relationship, it would have changed whether she'd gone into a relationship with him, and it would definitely have changed how she behaved at the end of it. This is still happening, and we've not learnt from these mistakes.
It's not just that it's psychologically damaging and horrendous, it's very, very dangerous.
Wow.
Hello. Yes.
Every time we see that video, it's really shocking.
So that was presented by Paladin and Broadly, who worked together on the UnfollowMe campaign, which was with the Alice Ruggles Trust, which has now formed after her murder. And they work alongside the Trust. Paladin work alongside the Trust now to get young victims of stalking's voices heard. Do we have Mychelle ready and waiting?
I see her. There she is. There she is.
Yes. Hi.
Mychelle.
Thank you for having me. I feel so like that. Just watching that, I just feel.
I know, it's like
I have like a chill going through me. Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah. It's really intense and sad, but for anyone at home, actually, this is just a quick note. There are people currently on the Paladin in the DMs and in their messages and answering comments, and we also have an advocate from Paladin coming on after this. So if that has triggered anything for anyone, then please do reach out. But this is Mychelle. Thank you so much for coming on. It is so good to have you. I haven't seen you in so long. And for a quick, for people at home, I know Mychelle through a choir that we have done some work with, also busk in London. And you actually got me the job with Dice, which I was thinking, which I'd actually forgotten about. But yes, so also incredible musicians, super, super excited to for everyone to hear your beautiful voice. But tell us, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been all right. It's obviously been a weird year, but I was actually speaking to my friends about it the other day. Even though it's been weird, it's like the small memories and moments that we've created. It's like I just really appreciate them, and we're going to remember them because we're going to be like, we were in a pandemic, but this happened, or so it's been all right.
I think everything this year is definitely going to stand out.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
So,
I'm all right.
You've actually stayed quite busy. So you've been doing featured visuals and you've been busking where you can. You were busking on a boat. Super cool. So yeah, what tell us about everything you've been up to?
So yeah, in the summer, was busking in Camden, which was, yeah, that was really nice. And then through that, I met someone, and he said, "Oh, there's this boat. They're looking for someone else because one of the guys, he was leaving." So yeah, I ended up doing that for 2 weekends, which was really nice. And it was just so nice to see Camden through the canal, because like you go to the market and like people go to the park and stuff, but to actually be on the canal and then also seeing people. I remember on the last day, it was like the last day of it being warm, and some of the people that lived nearby were like, "Oh, it was nice to like hear you through the weekend," because they lived there. So on the weekend they've been sitting on their balcony or like on their canal boat, and it's like you become familiar with the people that live around there, and it's just a different world. Yeah,
It's so nice. You see the videos of people through lockdown who live on like kind of. I think I've seen a video of you as well, like live on streets where you're kind of opposite each other. I've been out of London, so I've kind of been in the middle of nowhere, but it's so nice to I'm kind of slightly miss that atmosphere of like being in a small little road or village, kind of being able to play to each other, and yeah, it kind of lifted everyone's spirits in lockdown by the looks of things.
Oh, the street. Yeah, the COVID street.
Yeah, the street.
Yeah, street show. Yeah, that was really good. I think that was probably my favourite day of the year, actually. Yeah, that was nice.
It was so nice.
That was really nice.
Okay, so let's hear one of your songs. I'm so excited for this, and yeah, tell us a little bit about what you're going to play as well.
So I'm gonna start off with. I'm gonna start off with the cover. But yeah, it's a classic, and I love it. And yeah, this is feeling good. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good, yeah. Oh, fish in the sea, you know just how I feel. Oh, river running free, you know just how I feel. Blossom in the trees, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good, good. Oh, feeling good, 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 good. Yeah. Birds flying high, you know just how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know just how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life and I'm feeling good, good, feeling good. Thank you.
Wow, what a great version of that song. Amazing.
Thank you.
So amazing. May well, she's just messaged me going, I am obsessed with Mychelle.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I've actually never asked.
Sorry, I was
there
going to say.
Say that again, sorry.
I said you're such a good host.
Oh, I'm so nervous. It's so funny. That's very kind of you, but I'm actually so. Yes, she has a very beautiful voice. I've actually never asked you this. What are your vocal influences? Because you have such an incredible voice, and there's so much. There's jazz and soul and just amazingness.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, the thing is, I listen to a lot of stuff. I did grow up obviously listening to Mariah, Whitney, Destiny's Child, but I also love Motown and that kind of soul vibe. I love Diana Ross, and so Diana Ross, Supremes, that kind of vibe as well. Yeah, I just love.
Yeah,
but I also love psychedelic stuff. It's weird. I love everything, but I think vocally, probably yeah.
When did you start singing?
Pardon?
When did you start singing?
Do you know what? I always sang with my sisters, because I have two younger sisters. So I'd sing with them all the time, and then also with my neighbours. We, three of us, we made a band when we were 10 or 11, and we used to sing together, and then the other one would rap. So yeah.
Oh my god, amazing! Love that.
Yeah, good time.
So, also, I just want to ask about because you've done two incredible, maybe more than two, but two incredible features with Tokyo Myers and what's the second feature you've done, which I saw recently?
I did one with Larwood and Co. this year.
Yeah. Amazing, so good. What was that? What was the recording experience like doing those?
So the Larwood and Co one was actually that happened this year. That was really nice. Yeah. With that one, they had the song already, and I just sang the vocal part for them. And then with the Tokyo Myers one, he had started it. This was 2018, but he started it, and there was a piano part and a bit of production, and then we wrote the lyrics together basically in the session, and then I recorded it. So that one was actually done quite a while ago, but yeah, just ended up being released this year. But it's crazy how
it was kind of timing.
Yeah, it's the message
came out with really important. And it came out when the Black Lives Matter movement really resurfaced this year in lockdown. So I actually thought that it had been recorded at the time, but no. So 2018. I think that's so interesting. It's an incredible song.
Thank you. Yeah, that was really fun to do. Actually.
Definitely recommend that everyone go and track that down and have that. Sorry, there's so much delay from me, I think.
No, I think it's really well through.
What? That's okay. What is your next track for us?
So this one, yeah. So actually, I was like, oh, it sounds a bit similar to Feeling Good, but anyway, I'm gonna do it anyway. But this one is actually gonna be on my EP whenever that ends up coming out. But yeah, they will be on it, and it's called Life Isn't. So yeah, should I just start?
Awesome, take it away.
Yeah. It's because there's so much name. There's so much name. Anyway. I was so selfless. I give you what's mine. But when I was crying out for help, you wouldn't give me your time. The world has this tendency to chew you up and spit you out. Take all your energy and leave you in the drought. I was so naive, I was in love, but now I know love isn't enough. Oh no, because life isn't always a two-way street. You follow your own turning, or end up in defeat. Call me cynical, I'd be surprised if you don't. But if you knew everything that I've been through, I'm sure that you won't. People have the tendency to give you hope, but I can only blame myself for realizing that it's my own fault, because I was so naive. I was in love, but now I know love isn't enough. Oh no, because life isn't always a two-way street. You follow your own turning, or end up in the beat. Oh, life isn't always a two-way street. You follow your own turning, or end up in the beat. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you.
Wow, that was really great. Thank you so much. Wow. Beautiful. That's amazing. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop clapping. I love that. That was great. That was great. Really great.
Before you go, I want to know what the song's about.
Oh, so basically, the whole EP is kind of like a story, and it starts off with being honest about your feelings for someone, and then it then being a bit like, no, how do I put it, like not being as honest with how they feel, and then just realizing that it's not worth it, and you just have to like be on your own path and your own journey, and yeah, kind of. It kind of makes sense when you hear all the songs together. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear this because I feel like you've put off releasing for ages, and you're doing this massive build up, and I'm excited for it.
No pressure.
Yeah, let us know when it's out. We'll tell everyone about it. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested.
I just feel like there were times where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna release, but then something would just always pop up. But yeah, get in there, and it will be out one day, hopefully soon.
Do you have a name for it, or is it something that you're starting to create?
No, I don't have a name, but yeah, it's finished. It's just when it comes out.
Oh,
it's finished. But I don't have a name. I don't have a name. Yeah.
Okay, stay tuned then. If it's finished, we just got to find a name. Okay, amazing. Thanks so much for coming on. Amazing, Mychelle. I'm honestly so happy that you've come on.
That was great.
And yeah, an amazing song about empowerment. Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
thank you for having me.
Definitely catch up later.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Awesome.
Last hour.
Okay.
That's like 3 hours have gone by fairly quickly. Amazing.
We were supposed to have Paladin to sorry.
Louise. We have Louise. I see her. She's Paladin. Back. Yep. Let's cut over to Louise.
Yes. Okay.
Hi.
Hey, Louise.
Hi.
That was amazing. You found
it's incredible. They just keep getting. I don't want to say they keep getting better because they've always been good, great. They just keep getting different. It's like you keep thinking you've heard enough, and then you hear a next singer. It's like wow. It's like it keeps getting more interesting.
Yeah, they all sounding absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Happy to have got everyone here today. So quickly, we've touched on, because I think we've got Sherika waiting to come on.
Yeah.
We've touched on like the romanticization of stalking. Sorry, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk a bit more about that because there's so many films that really romanticize it. Like we think about things like Twilight and You, which was a Netflix series that came out recently, and weirdly, despite the fact that he is an avid stalker and he actually ends up murdering quite a few people in the series, there was so much like love for this character on social media, and people still couldn't see past his charm. And do you think that's like an issue that actually relates to like real life stalking?
Yeah, but from a perspective of a lot of people think that they would never be a victim, and they'd never put up with that sort of situation. That these are the words they use, they're not my words. And then they'll often fall into that, like, you know, for example, watching Joe on You and actually thinking that he's really charming and he's really lovely, and that's part of it for me. So even though you did romanticize it a bit, I quite like the fact that people fell for that, because it makes it a bit more real. Does that make sense? So when people say oh, I want to do that, actually that's how, you know, a lot of people who are abusive are very charming and they're very likable, and most people like them.
I mean, a lot of psychopaths have some kind of weird charm, right?
Of course they do. And also, not just that, and they'll seem like everyday other people. And I think that's another barrier for victims when you're experiencing abuse, or the, you know, the stalking behaviours, that controlling stuff in relationships. Then actually, that's an even bigger barrier, because everybody else likes them, because they're so plausible. So even though you did do that romanticising thing, for me, you can turn it on its head a little bit and say, but, you know, that's the reality, isn't it? People are coming across. I mean, you was very far-fetched, to be fair, but it did bring that issue up. So yeah.
And what's Louise? Can you share some information about this stalker registry that you guys have been working on?
Yeah, so that's been a campaign that's been running for a couple of years now, which when we did the UnfollowMe campaign in 2019 with Broadly, that was pushing that register again. So the links are on our social media pages and on our website. You can sign the register. The idea is that we have, a lot of the time we see repeat offenders of stalking, so they may move on to a different victim. And the idea is that where you have like a register for sex offenders, that you have a register for stalkers. So if someone's convicted of stalking, then they go on a register, and then future people can be informed then, rather than because that's what we've seen, especially in a lot of domestic homicides. What you see is a lot of repeat offenders who escalate the behaviour through different relationships and then eventually go on to really seriously harm or kill someone. So in like some of the really worst case tragic cases we see, that's one of the things that's noticed.
And why is that not happening? It seems sort of obvious. What's the blocker on it?
Yeah, it's I mean, it is, and I think it's all down to just pushing that campaign still, and there's still probably a bit of a way to go, and obviously just getting people on board, really. I think a lot of things have gone on hold, haven't they, over the last sort of 8 or 9 months.
It just seemed funny because people are against bullying, which is, compared to stalking, is, you know, not the same level of immediate violence.
No. And I think it took us a long, you know, if you think it took several years for the Protection from Harassment Act, just to do a bit of legal stuff here, 1997, that came out. And even though it made it all illegal, it didn't define stalking separately. And it took that long then to get separate stalking legislation to 2012. So sometimes these things just take a bit of time, but we just have to keep plugging stuff. And awareness raising, that's why this is massive, because it just takes such a long time for it to sink in education.
Keep up the good work. Looks like you're going to be busy for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know, we've been so busy during lockdown. We were in a bit of a lull when we went into the lockdown, and we're like, oh, I wonder if we'll get any referrals, and it actually increased massively. I think we had like a 40% increase, so it's huge.
Yeah. The numbers around like stalking, domestic abuse, it's actually terrifying, because it has meant so many people are kind of confined, and one of the things that you recommend, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you recommend as kind of, if you think that you're being stalked, is to kind of change your route up during, like, if you go to the same place, change your route so you're less predictable. But lockdown has kind of taken that ability away to be less predictable.
Yeah, it has. And you know, it's given stalkers a lot more time to spend on contacting the victim, and also, like you said, it's really impacted on the safety, because people would have safety plans in place where they may go to certain places if they felt unsafe, but actually they've had to stay in their own homes, and they haven't been able to go out as much and change those routines, because, you know, sometimes one person I support would always say when she was walking down the high street in her local town that there was shops that she could go into, just to kind of, if she felt like she was being followed, things like that, and she couldn't do that once we went into lockdown. So yeah, it's massively impacted, and not being able to see, it's isolated people further.
Yeah, an incredibly like scary time on top of an already scary pandemic. Okay, we're running a little bit late now, so let's get Sherika on if she is.
Sherika's there. I see her. I see her. Okay, we'll see you. We'll see you again in a few minutes, Louise.
Thank you so much, Louise. Thank you.
Sherika.
Hey. How's it going?
Hi.
Oh, wow, God, great. You sound amazing.
Thank you.
This always helps having an artist who like is good with production and the tech side of things, because you do sound incredible right now, and you haven't even.
She had a few challenges earlier, so thank you for fixing whatever you did. So that was.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that, but it's fine.
It's a live show.
Okay,
come on.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no. I suppose I had a camera to use, but it kind of all let me down today. So, but at least the sound is coming through. So.
Sounds great.
Oh, you look good, sound good. So I actually have never met you, but I know of you through, again, another artist from busking London. I just think you're so great. And is busking like kind of a full-time back before the pandemic? Is that like a full-time part of your job?
Yeah, it's been a full-time for a long time for me. I started busking like 4 years ago, and it was literally, I was working at a supermarket and just made more money a day when I went busking. And since then, I've just kept on doing that. And the great thing about busking is like when people see you, they kind of already know what they're going to get. So you kind of get booked that way. And yeah, it just kind of went on from there, really.
Yeah, and I watched, I was looking through your social media, not to sound too creepy, but I saw that you had an interview with ITV about busking, and you said that, I love this, you said that busking is the soundtrack to London, and I think that is so true, and I think like you just capture that in that sentence so well.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a soundtrack that not everybody wants to listen to as well, but it's the soundtrack.
Love that. Okay, right, I'm gonna stop speaking for a bit and let you take over and kind of properly introduce yourself and introduce your first song, and then play your first song as well.
Cool, thank you. This first song I'm going to sing is called Lonely in a Crowded Room. Basically wrote at a time in my life where I was basically feeling like quite down, but it was a weird down because it was like I was achieving loads of things, but I wasn't like feeling great about it. So it kind of made me look a bit deeper and realize that, even though you see all these Instagram quotes and stuff about being grateful, it actually takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of looking inside yourself and realizing actually you're quite ungrateful, and you need to be more thankful for things. So yeah, so I wrote this song to basically say that to myself. No, 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 no. Sometimes I feel this life is never enough. So much love around me, but I'm stuck in a rut. No fame, no fortune, just a house in my name. Guess I never liked that bitter taste of champagne. Does it get easier? Am I just getting greedier? Damn, it's so hard needing something money can't buy. No, 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 I know I've only got myself to blame. Lonely in a crowded room. I'm sick of wasting my time, forgetting what life has done for me, what it already did, yeah. Maybe I'll soon realize when it's been taken away from me. Lonely in a crowded room. No, no, no. na 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 na, no no. Some call it hunger, some say I'm out of touch, 'cause I counted all my blessings, but it's never enough, no. I've been competing, comparing, oh, just to feel complete, knowing it's a waste of time. Does it get easier? Should I be blaming the media? Painting pictures, posting stories, feeding a lie. No, 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 I know I've only got myself to blame. Lonely in a crowded room. I'm sick of wasting my time, forgetting what life has done for me, what it already did, yeah. Maybe I'll soon realize when it's been taken away from me. Lonely in a crowded room. No, 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 no. Na 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 na, no no no. Lonely in a crowded room.
Wow, amazing.
Oh, thank you very much.
I think that feeling of like always kind of trying to achieve the next thing, and once you achieve it, like feeling like you've still got another kind of, or just feeling kind of numb from it, and it's not what you expected. So super relatable. Absolutely love it. You sound amazing.
Great track, really great track. I always think now about how we used to go into spaces with a lot of people, and everybody's staring at their phone, like not talking to each other, and you feel like I'm surrounded by people, but I got no one to talk to. How's that possible?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I felt really disconnected, like from society, and it's kind of like the fault's on like both parts. Like it's kind of on yourself because you're like, oh yeah, no one wants to talk to me, or no one understands me, and then sometimes it's kind of like you do have to like put yourself out there and actually talk about what you're feeling for someone to say, oh, okay, I feel that way too. So yeah.
Yeah. Half of it is in the reaching out, which is incredibly hard, but people aren't psychic, I guess. But I wanted to ask you, because busking is your like a big part of your career. What have you been doing with, I guess, the kind of time at home?
Well, well, to be honest, when we first went into lockdown, it was a lot of sitting around and just kind of taking in what was going on. And I think that was important for me because I think I totally understand, like everyone kind of jumped online and was like doing live streams and like asking, like, I think it's great that you're able to do that straight away. But for me, it was kind of like, okay, like I'm a musician at this point. There's always been a struggle around being a musician. So, you know, obviously this is like, I saw it as quite a big challenge, and it's like, well, how am I going to put value into what I do? And so I actually just started like just learning random stuff like videography, like music production and stuff like that, and just kind of keeping a diary. And I think that was the biggest thing for me. Like my partner, she's a PA, so it kind of helped that she kind of knew about that
she
stuff.
Organized
so
everything.
Like, yeah, organize everything. Or even because she was still working from home, it was kind of like, okay, well, I can work from home too. Like this is still my job. So it was just more about trying to put like structure into everything. And, you know, I still like kind of lose my rhythm a bit now, but it's kind of like, you know what, survival of the fittest, I guess. And that doesn't sound good, but it's kind of like, I've got to like, you know, really up my game. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. It's scary. But okay, so we're running out of time. I really wish that we had a lot longer, because I'm so chatty. I'm so nosy. That's what I should say. But can you? I want to hear another song. Absolutely. Can you tell us a bit more about the next song that you're going to play and like the story behind it?
Okay, well, the next song, I actually it's not really finished. I kind of tried to finish it today. It's my first ever Christmas song I've written because I thought, it's such a weird year and it is going to be a bit of a weird Christmas. So I thought, you know what, why not let a pandemic be the reason why I finally write a Christmas song? So hope you don't mind if I try it out right here, if that's okay.
Christmas. Should have started in November the 1st.
Yes, exactly.
This is an exclusive, even better.
It is. But if I mess up, I'm sorry.
No, that makes it even more special. Awesome, take it away.
Merry Christmas doesn't say enough with all that we've been through, my dear. When we thought we didn't have enough, so we settled for the things we only knew, with no fear. Remember those worried nights, the ones you laid by my side, just praying tomorrow will come and prove there's good left to come. How can this possibly be a love so created for me? Heaven only knows. Your love does it all. Oh, Merry Christmas, oh my love. Here's to making it so far, my dear. Oh, Merry Christmas, oh my love. Like the wise men to the star. Where? Oh no. When you hold me, when you hold me, I finally take the time to see the world in all its blue. It's so clear, how it really tends to hold us down. So we let go of the things that we once grew, with no care. So turn on the city lights, let the city shine through the night. And if there's anyone left alone, let them know there's love in their home. How could this possibly be a Christmas in quarantine? Oh, heaven only knows. But love cures it all. Merry Christmas, oh my love. Here's to making it so far, my dear. Merry Christmas, oh my love. Like the wise man to the star. Where? No. That's all I have so far. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Pardon?
I thought that was a full song.
Oh, you know what? It's funny. I never really write bridges, and so when the song is new and I still don't have a bridge, I'm like, oh. Yeah, I guess it's kind of unfinished. But then I go on singing the song without a bridge for so long, then it's like, okay, it doesn't have a bridge again.
That's so beautiful. I really like the line. I'm definitely paraphrasing now. But if there's anyone left alone, know that they have a home. That they have.
Let them know there's love in their home. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think I got a bit emotional. It happened a few times this live stream.
I'm glad. It's good feedback.
Yeah, the song is working. Such a nice Christmas song. I wish that there were more kind of these Christmas songs by like singer-songwriters on the radio, because they're so like powerful. But yeah, I love that. And before you go, is there anything you want to plug? What have you got coming up kind of before Christmas?
Well, actually, I kind of decided today that I'm gonna release that Christmas song because I was like, you know what, just get it out. And I'm gonna film my own music video as well. So it's gonna be a bit of a late release, but I thought, you know what, I got a nice camera. I got loads of time, so
and you're an expert now. You studied videography, so you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Good old LinkedIn learning. So yeah, might as well like try and put what I've learned to the test to end the year.
I'm so excited for that. Okay, everyone, I think we've got did we put the socials up? We'll definitely tag them underneath. Yeah. But I will definitely look out for that, and that will be shared all over my social media when it comes out. I
appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll definitely
Thank
do it as
you
well.
so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
This is the first time that we've properly met, so it's been so great to meet you. I'm looking forward to hearing all of your stuff.
A lot more, really great.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good evening, and thanks for having me.
Thank you.
See ya.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Got Lucy.
Hi. I wasn't sure if that was going to happen or not.
It happened.
Hello, can I just say, Sherika forgot to plug something very important. She's coming on my live stream next Thursday.
Okay.
And we will both be singing Christmas songs. Huh?
That's a good plug there, Luce. So Luce got a songwriter circle that you've been doing every, oh my God, please get the date right, Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's so good. I watched it the other day, and you're surprisingly funny on it, Luce.
What do you mean? Thanks, mate.
So, for everyone at home, this, unlike Sherika, I promise this is not the first time that I've met Lucy. Lucy is one of my very close friends, and I hope she thinks the same. She is an incredible singer-songwriter who I met years ago at a gig that my cousin did, and then I re-met her at the Fringe, and I fangirled her massively. And,
sorry, wait, you missed out an important part. The day that I met you at that gig, you were supporting your cousin Ben Montague, and my dad dragged me to this gig. And yeah, Kitty played and she supported, and I was absolutely obsessed. And I remember coming up to you afterwards and going, "Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm a singer-songwriter. Please, can I support you?" And you were like, "I don't have any more gigs." And I just thought you were being polite. But then when we re-met, you were like, "No, I really didn't gig again."
No, I really had no gigs. I was like, it was all very new to me. And it was actually really embarrassing when I bumped into Lucy at the Fringe, although I like threw myself at her, because I had like denied a couple of these messages, and it actually was because I had been doing no music. But now here we are. I'm a massive fangirl of Lucy. I'm
of you.
Latching onto her coattails by having her on the live stream. But okay, Luce, right. Tell us a bit about everything that you've been doing. You've been doing some really, really cool stuff. Over to you, babes.
Thanks for that great introduction. I feel like you've been asking a lot of people what they're doing in lockdown, and for some people they've been like, nothing. And it was kind of like that at the start, very, very start of the pandemic, but now I feel like I'm really busy. So in a very selfish way, lockdown number 2 came at a good time for me, because I just released a Christmas single on Friday. So like you and Natalie were saying earlier, how much admin there is around, especially releases, you're just constantly just on on your laptop, on social media, getting videos ready. Like I've become a wizard at like promo videos. But yeah, everything's now that the single's out, everything's like calmed down a little bit. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and also like I mentioned before, the Songwriters series. I've been streaming every Thursday at 8 p.m. on my Facebook and YouTube if anyone wants to tune in. Next week I have Sherika Sherard that's just played. And it's been so fun that I actually think I'm going to do like a second series. So I'll definitely have you on again when I do it again, if you want. I just assumed.
I think you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay, I think.
It's because I asked Lucy if I could go on it, and she was like, no, sorry, I'm fully booked.
You never know how it's going to go, but I think people have been, especially it's come at a good time. Again, my first one was like the first week of lockdown, the first day of lockdown actually. So I think people have really enjoyed them. I don't know how well it's going to go in the new year if I guess we're still in like tiers. So yeah, maybe January or February.
They've been so good. And also what I really like about them is that you have like Chris is Lucy's boyfriend, and he's like in the background now. You're kind of like a band now. Yes.
Yeah. Hi. She says hi. Just talking about you.
Huge delays.
Oh, he's watching, but he's like, I'm really delayed, so he doesn't. You got it? He's waving. He's been really good with my literally all my technical things. When I got the email for this, I read it and was like, I have no idea. Chris, here you go. And then I just turn up and go.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from everyone in lockdown in relationships. It's just like an extra pair of hands. So it's kind of making me think that I should try and find one of them.
No, you don't need to get into a relationship, but I'm sure whoever you live with.
Sound engineer, just
yeah.
Look
Can I hire you?
Okay, so you have just released an incredible Christmas song as well, and it makes you cry. It's made me cry multiple times. So I might leave the room. But this, when I say like, oh, I've said throughout the this live stream, like, oh God, I feel a bit emotional, but like this song actually made me like physical tears.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, it's so good. It's so beautiful. So I will stop talking and let you kind of, I'm assuming that's the song that you're going to play.
It was going to be my second song, but that's fine. I've switched the capos round. Here we go. So okay, this is my brand new Christmas single. I'm really sorry, it is quite sad. So get the tissues ready. And it is out now. So if you like it, please go and stream it after this stream. And it is called It Won't Be Easy This Christmas.
This has always been the season that I've looked forward to, spending time with friends, but especially with you, because you always made it perfect with the little things you do. Now your traditions will be spent with someone new. It won't be easy this Christmas. It won't be easy this year. It won't be easy for the next one while you're not here. But I'll always keep you with me, and you'll be always on my mind. But I know it won't be easy this Christmas time. Well, I can struggle through the most days if I block you out my mind. But then the memories they all get left behind. So
Sometimes I wish that you come over and admit you got it wrong. But I'll be wishing for that day for far too long. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 'Cause it won't be easy this Christmas. It won't be easy this year. It won't be easy for the next one. Boy, you're not here. But I'll always keep you with me, and you'll be always on my mind. But I know it won't be easy this Christmas time. I don't wanna hear those happy songs they play in all the stores, 'cause I don't wanna be reminded anymore. And I don't wanna hear everybody's plans, 'cause it hurts too much to know that I'll spend another Christmas alone. 'Cause it won't be easy this Christmas. It won't be easy this year. It won't be easy for the next one. Well, you're not here. But I'll always keep you with me, and you'll be always on my mind. But I know it won't be easy this Christmas time. Ooh, ooh. This Christmas time.
Woo!
Merry Christmas!
I think I'm actually your number one fangirl. I think it's official. I love that song. It's so beautiful. Yeah, Merry Christmas. It's mellowed me out.
Sorry, it is a bit sad, isn't it? But, you know, got to get that promo.
Yeah, I think it's really relatable now, though, for all sorts of reasons at Christmas, because I think, like, for Christmas for a lot of people isn't actually a very happy time at all, which is why they probably shouldn't listen to your track, because they will get very sad. It's really, really relatable, and even like in lockdown in general, where people aren't going to be spending time with their loved ones, I think it, in a weird way, it kind of relates to that as well. So well done. It's very good.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I do feel like I've released it at like the perfect year, because it is one of those years that it's like, even if normally you love Christmas is going to be really difficult and different this year for everyone. So I feel like just I have released it at the best time. I know it's like I planned it.
She's been planning this since what, June, July. As soon as
I wrote it in August. I wrote it on the hottest day of the year. Yeah.
That's good preparation. I wish I was that organised. I suppose you have to be with the Christmas song. Okay, so you've got another song. Can we play a clip to this, John? I think we have a clip for it. I don't know if we do. It is called
Without
Try not to look in their eyes, 'cause you might feel something and you might be surprised to know they've still got hope. You'll get lost in this city as you lose yourself. You'll forget why you moved here, feel stuck on a shelf. You'll get lost in this city as you lose yourself. You'll
mean, it's not the right song that I'm going to do now, but thanks for the extra promo.
John, I sent you the wrong link. Sorry, everyone.
It's fine.
That was really topical as well. Everyone, it's quite obvious with the end, aren't we, with the live stream? I'm getting slow. No, I sent John the wrong. That was supposed to be Without Him, which is a song that Lucy did with Women's Aid. So in theme with today and around coercive, manipulative and emotionally abusive relationships. But I will let you speak a bit more about that. I'd love to know, actually, like, was it a collaboration with Women's Aid?
No, I wrote the song and it was kind of an afterthought, and I thought, like, I feel like this needs to go to a specific audience. So I just wrote it for anyone that's, I mean, I feel like so many people, and it is on topic, have found themselves in a relationship that might have been abusive, maybe physically or emotionally, and or maybe not even abusive, but just in a bad relationship that they shouldn't be in. And it's a song that I wrote to hopefully encourage those people that are in those relationships that know it's not good to get the courage to leave. And so after I'd written the song and I had it coming out, we did a music video, and then we contacted Women's Aid and just said if we can kind of collaborate. So they shared it, and then if you watch the music video at the end of the video, it says kind of raising awareness of Women's Aid. So it's very similar to what this whole thing is about. So as well, just thank you so much for having me. I have been watching the entire day. I'm sure you've seen in the comments, it's actually been a little bit embarrassing that it's just me. But I was like crying my eyes out. The video that you played just before Katie, I was just crying.
Yeah.
Sorry, we keep talking at the same time, and I'm like, oh. But yeah, I think it's just a really important topic to talk about. And shall I play this song and then we can talk a little bit more about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Take it away, please do.
Sorry, I'm just taking over here. So this is a song. It's called Without Him.
Why has it small gone the bright in the room? I can't see the sparkle or make out it's you. Can't you see there's more to life than this? And you're making changes and he wants you to. Well, he'll stay the same and you'll have to make do. Can't you see that you start taking risks? And I wish you could see how happy you'd be if you took the advice that you once gave to me. Then you'd see how happy you'd be without him. Gave it a good go, you gave it a try. Convinced me forever, but you're living a lie. 'Cause I can see the pain in your eyes. And I was that girl once and you held me through. Yeah, I'd be without him, but I still had you. Can't you see you're hiding from the truth? And I wish you could see how happy you'd be if you took the advice that you once gave to me. Then you'd see how happy you'd be without feeling self-doubt or that talking about how your time's running out. You're so beautiful, girl, can't you see how the room lights up just for you? You've got nothing to prove. You're so beautiful, girl, can't you see that you are everything? And I wish you could see how happy you'd be If you took the advice that you once gave to me, then you'd see how happy you'd be without him.
It's such an amazing song. And also, I really like that it's kind of got the element of like, you know, friendship sounds like it is massively downplaying it, but you know, there's other people around, there's so many people that love you and that you're surrounded by that you can kind of reach out to.
Yeah.
John, I was just thinking, because we're coming to the end now, is Louise in the waiting room? We could get Louise on with Lucy as well.
Amazing.
But yeah, sorry, Lucy's now just showing me up because she's so used to hosting.
Not at all. I've been so impressed. I didn't realise that you were going to be on this thing the entire day. But I just want to say well done to both of you for putting this whole thing on. It's been amazing. So, and you've done so much better than you think that you have as well, Kitty especially.
I've been texting her throughout this whole thing, being like, God, how's my internet?
It's great.
But no, yeah, it has been such a good event. I can't believe that you are the final artist. Hello.
Hello.
Paladin.
Amazing, Lucy.
Oh, thank you.
But did you have anything else to say about that song before we digress? Yeah.
Not particularly the song, but I just think this whole thing, people might be watching this thinking that it's a bit of a weird thing for artists to be coming on, but I think it's really important that we talk about it, because I think it's actually what am I trying to say? It's something that a lot of artists actually experience, stalking especially. There was an artist called Christina Grimmie who was massive on YouTube, and she had a stalker who shot her at a performance. And also John Lennon, who I didn't actually realise until I was seeing your Instagram posts. I didn't actually realise that the guy who shot him also stalked him. And sorry if I'm going on too much, but I know that it can be a really scary thing, because especially as buskers, if you guys don't know about buskers, we obviously perform all over London, and it's a really weird balance, because we want to encourage people to come and find us busking, but there's a very fine line where I think a lot of us have kind of experienced, where it's like, okay, I'm busking here today, come and find me, and people do, and that's amazing. And then I've had a few incidents where I have not posted where I'm going to be. I might have been busking on the underground at a random place, and someone's come and found me, and it can be really scary that they have actually kind of been trying to find you and you have no idea. So I think it's a very fine line with artists and fans. So I think a lot of artists have to be really careful about posting too much about where they are, and it just made me think of that, and I wanted to share it.
A lot of the boundaries can get massively crossed with that relationship, and especially when we're on social media the whole time. We've had conversations about it before, and I started busking at the Edinburgh Fringe, and then Lucy helped me start in London, and I've gone to Lucy to kind of seek out advice of, you know, what with certain situations and certain people, how to kind of handle it, because you don't know if you're letting the boundary kind of be crossed too far. So yeah, it's such an important event, and for anyone at home that has it's maybe triggered something that they didn't even really know that they felt, or it has made them rethink about a certain situation, reach out to someone, whether that's your like friends and family to start with, and then kind of go from there. But Paladin, is Louise still there? Paladin deal with high risk. Yes, you deal with high risk stalkers, don't you? But you've got a helpline for not stalkers, sorry, high risk victims of stalking. But you have a helpline as well for people kind of seeking advice and if anyone needs help.
Yeah, we're technically not funded as a helpline. We do get a lot of calls, and the best thing as well at the minute is people are ringing us and saying, we can't get through, leave a message, because we're getting back to everybody. We're just so busy that there's not enough of us really to get all the calls that are coming through. But everybody's getting a call back, and our website's got loads of safety advice on. And yeah, so just get in contact if you've got any questions. And people sometimes think that they can't get support because they think it's a silly question. Well, there is no silly question. If you're worried, and definitely speak to safe people, speak to your friends and family, let them know how you're feeling, let them know what's going on. You know, don't kind of keep it to yourself. That's one of the biggest things we say. And also trust your instincts is massive. You know, sometimes things happen and we think, oh, that's a bit weird, but it's fine. Well, actually, it's really important that you trust your instinct. It's making you feel uncomfortable. It's not okay. So yeah, definitely get in touch if you need some advice. Drop us an email. Our contact details are on our website or on our social media pages.
Amazing. Well, we're at the end. We have done, John, has it been 4 hours? Oh, you're on mute, John, I think.
I bet you're dying for the toilet, both of you.
Yeah, it's been exactly 4 hours.
I hope you have.
Flew by.
I've been talking over. Yes, I can't believe we've got to the end. It's been such a good day, John. Are you as hungry as I am?
I'm a bit hungry. I could eat something.
Lucy, thank you so much for coming on and serenading us.
Great end to a great day. Thank you, Lucy.
Such a good end. And Louise, thank you so much for just helping us organise this, because Louise is actually on the end of the phone, so she's taken the time to kind of come on this and give us a bit of guidance. And John, thank you for helping me co-host.
No, pleasure. You did a great job, Kitty. Awesome. Let's do this again.
Look a bit more professional.
No, I thought you did a great job.
Yes, thank you.
Massive thank you from Paladin as well. You've both done amazing, John and Kitty. You've just been brilliant pulling this together. And actually, I thought it was quite polished, I have to say.
Glad you enjoyed it.
It was absolutely brilliant. And you really don't know how much it means to get those messages across, because people need to know they're not on their own. And if they are experiencing this, there is people out there that can support them. They're not on their own with it. So,
really good people who care, which is amazing.
All the singers, you've been absolutely fabulous.
Incredible! I got to say, the singers just
how good
amazing.
The singers are amazing, so
you really have, it's been incredible. Oh, such a good day. I'm so happy that we've done it and that we've made it through successfully. But yes, thank you guys so much. Everyone at home, thank you so much for watching.
Yes, everyone watching. Amazing. Thanks for all the comments, and especially for the donations, which you can still make. Don't fear, the donations are always possible.
That is what I was going to say. Please keep donating and spreading awareness. I've always wanted to do that, and share the donation link, share the amazing advice we've been given today from Paladin. Okay, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys later. Have a great evening.
Thank you.